What's going on? I'm Bubba Jenkins. I am going to be your Minister of Combat tonight. We're here in Cleveland, Ohio for the Real American Freestyle. I know you guys are excited. Exciting is the word that's been tossed around. We are going to see some points be thrown in the air. I'm here joined by my partner, Chael Sonnen. How you feeling about tonight, baby?
Bubba, I appreciate that intro. I'm feeling the same energy. And by the way, we would not be here tonight if not for the vision and leadership of the great Hulk Hogan. And tonight I ask, don't think of the Hulkster as gone. Think of him as being on the other side of the curtain.
Oh, you guys know exactly who I am.
Hulkster, we are so back.
We're here to wake them up. We changed the world one time, but now we're gonna slice and dice the world of wrestling, and you're not gonna know what hit you.
Grit, sacrifice, determination. Real American Freestyle Wrestling. A reality from the vision of one man.
Hulkamania lives, the Hulkster rules.
Hulk Hogan really believed in the sport of wrestling.
There's my partner, Chad, right here.
He's like, if we do this right, brother, it will be the next big thing. And Hulk Hogan was the Michael Jordan for wrestling.
A legend in his own time. The symbol of greatness.
The man with the bionic biceps. My hero, your hero. What are you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Growing up in South Florida, he was always the big kid. From his early days in the business,
You are looking at the new king of professional wrestling.
with his 24-inch pythons, he helped create the biggest stage in the world.
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Look at this. He's
Defining a generation.
The training, saying your prayers, and eating your vitamins is definitely the right way to live.
Transforming pro wrestling into sports entertainment.
This is where the power lies.
Hogan drove the industry to new levels.
You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
New world order. When we combined forces, we created the most popular faction in history.
Here's the NWO.
You're either with us or you're against us.
For this man, I would do anything.
Our friendship grew behind the scenes, and on camera, we shared some of the greatest memories of my career.
Give it up for the man. This is the man.
That was the intent, was to create this super cool brand of bad guys. I mean, it was just craziness. It was the Wild Wild West back then. It was the fastest gun.
There was no stopping the NWO.
NWO for life, brah.
Even when that ended, Hulk Hogan continued to electrify millions.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Always in the spotlight, yet somehow relatable.
Thanks for making my childhood, buddy.
So when the idea for a new cutting-edge wrestling league came up, Hogan was a natural fit.
Hulk Hogan had a vision to really bring these wrestlers' characters to life. And the fact that every single wrestler growing up looked up to Hulk Hogan.
It's freestyle wrestling, and it's professional now because we get to pay the athletes. They've been watching promos. They understand the opportunity.
Freestyle wrestling, built for the big stage, celebrating the best wrestlers in the world.
The goal is to showcase the sport of wrestling and showcase these athletes and give them an unbelievable opportunity to be stars.
This isn't just a showcase, it's a statement. All backed by the immortal Hulk Hogan.
I think this first one's going to set the tone. We're in the right place, Cleveland. It's like jumping on that lightning bolt of Hulkamania.
Real American Freestyle and the immortal Hulk Hogan. His legacy continues here, now, and forever.
What you gonna do when Real American Freestyle comes for you?
Wow, look at this. Welcome. Thank you, Cleveland, Ohio. We are so excited to be here for Real American Freestyle 01. This is unbelievable, and to see my father's vision come to life like this with all of you here is just amazing. So thank you for all of you guys joining us today for Real American Freestyle. We are going to continue to honor my father's legacy through Real American Freestyle, and we are so excited to enter this sport of wrestling in this way. Chad Bronstein, Eric Bischoff, and Hulk Hogan had this vision and put it together and brought it to life for all of these talented athletes and coaches to have this platform to launch them into superstardom in freestyle wrestling. So with that, I say, what you gonna do when Real American Freestyle runs wild on you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RAF 1 Cleveland, Ohio. Real American Freestyle presented on a global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you in the Wolfstein Center in Cleveland, Ohio, and we are streaming live all around the world on Fox Nation. Show the world wrestling as it should be. Are you guys ready for RAF 1? Once again, a warm welcome to everybody in the building. At this time, would you please rise, remove your caps, and let us honor the national anthem with Miss Alexis Wilkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave. God bless y'all. God bless America. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Real American Freestyle?
Oh, from the ashes I will rise. No satisfaction without the fight. A man has limits, oh, so they say, but I never listen. Did it my way. I'm gonna take what's mine. I paid my dues. I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power. Give me some of that. no silver, I came for gold. No place for quitters, only for the bold. I'm gonna take what's mine, I paid my dues. Gonna fuel this fire, so light that fuse. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power.
What's going on, Cleveland, Ohio? Aren't you excited for this? Check this out. This is what we've all been waiting for. I'm here with Chael Sonnen, and this is Real American Freestyle.
Bubba, I've never seen anything like this. Look at this house. Look at this production. The Olympic Games don't look this nice. Listen, there is no fields. There's no mitts. There's no courts. There's no LeBron flops. There's no calling the cops. 2 are going to enter. 1 prize is on the line. Real American Freestyle. All right, for the rules, we are doing international freestyle rules. The rounds are going to be slightly different from the Olympic Games. There's going to be 3 2-minute periods. Should we end in a tie, the last person to score will have their hand raised.
Excited about this. This is going to be a great night. We've seen Texas get beat by Ohio today, so I know this crowd is excited. They got that good feeling, the wind's in the air. Palmer's on the match card tonight. We got Caldwell coming out. We got some legends on the card. We got Nickal coming back. This is exciting right here. We got Nathan Tomasello versus Matt Ramos. As 2 fighters in the Big Ten stars, Nathan Tomasello and Matt Ramos have wrestled at the highest level of collegiate competition. With 6 All-American honors between them, Tomasello 2 individual NCAA championships, and Ramos' shocking pin of a 3-time national champion in Spencer Lee in 2023. Both men come in tonight looking to become 2 of the first stars of Real American Freestyle.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've competed at a really high level for a long time, been seasoned, you know, competed at the World Olympic level the last 7 years, and, you know, winning 4 Big Ten titles is really, really hard to do, right? And so I beat a lot of big names the last 20 years of my life, you know, and so he's just another guy, right? Another national finalist that will be on my hit list.
I grew up watching Tomasello wrestle, and he's one of the best, and that's my goal in wrestling, is to be the best in the sport, to be the best who ever did it. And in my position, I love hitting flashy moves. And the past couple of years, I've been in college and doing folk style, and now we're here for the real deal, the Real American Freestyle here. And this is where I strive. This is where the light comes from, and I'm going to be able to put up some big points, do some big throws, and I'm ready to put him on his head.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fast opponent. He's long, quick, you know. I got to just keep my hands low, stalk into him, right, win the hand fight. You know, I'm a really strong wrestler, and so I don't think he's ready for that. And I think for me, it's just being ready for his junk, so.
Tonight, we're going to go out there. I expect to see a lot of points being scored. We're going to be flying around the mat. I could see him. He's very low to the mat, so it's going to be pretty hard for me to get through those defenses, but I'm going to keep coming at him. I'm going to keep blasting through my shots, and I'm going to be driving up and getting him from feet to back. And if he takes that shot and he shoots to my legs and his head and his neck open up, that head pinch is coming again, and it's going to come on a loop.
I mean, for me, it's just going after it. You know, go after him, be the aggressor, win the hand fighting battle, and wearing on him. You know, my hands are like really heavy, and I feel like when I get on him, he's going to back off. You know, the thing that I think made me popular in college is I have attack mindset, attack style, and I slam people on their heads. And so, you know, I'm really powerful and we're not afraid to go after guys.
As long as I got nothing to lose and I'm going to perform my best, I'll be able to fly and not overthink just because I watched him growing up. This is an opportunity for me to be able to express what I have to show and to put him on his head in the end.
Tail of the tape, ladies and gentlemen. That was an amazing start of this show. We're going to get the tail of the tape right here. We got to check out these numbers. Tomasello and Ramos.
Ladies and gentlemen, our inaugural match is for the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight 135-pound World Championship.
Hey!
Let's bring out your wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt Ramos.
Oh yeah, bringing the action, bringing the excitement already, baby. Starting this card off with a flip and a get in on the mat. Let's get it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, Nathan Tomasello. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match is for the Real American Freestyle Bantamweight World Championship. Introducing first, on my left, wearing gray, official weight 134.4 pounds. He is a two-time NCAA All-American, a cadet world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling out of Lockport, Illinois, introducing the Mavitar, Matt Ramos.
The book.
His opponent across the mat, wearing blue. His official weight also 134.4 pounds. He is a four-time All-American, a four-time Big Ten champion, and an NCAA national champion, wrestling out of Cleveland, Ohio, presenting Nathan Tomasello. When the action begins, your referee is Nick Mancini.
All right, we got Nick Mancini on the action. This is one that I'm on the edge of my seat for. Going to be all-night action right here.
Can you see Matt Ramos and not think about the NCAA finals over Spencer Lee? I mean, is that even possible?
Not at all, man. Spencer Lee was one of the legends, and what Ramos did in 2023 shocked us all. We're going to see some shocking things tonight because Tomasello is a crowd favorite, as you can see.
So Spencer Lee, for the audience that's tuning in, is the reigning #1 ranked guy in the world. He's also the reigning Olympic silver medalist. Ramos, 1 year prior to the Olympic Games, beat him in the NCAA semifinals. In fact, he pinned him. Now, Bubba, I only bring that up because I want to tell you, going into the match, Ramos was the reigning cadet world champion. He's a freestyler.
He knows some freestyle now. Don't get it twisted. He's a national champion in folk style, which we love, but this guy can throw him around. That's a point. One there by Tomasello, a push out. Ramos has got to do a better job of circling there. Like we were just saying, this is not the NCAAs. This is Real American Freestyle, and if you get too close to that edge, you're going to give up some points.
What do you think about that, Bubba? You didn't wrestle when they had the push-out point, did you?
A little bit at the end, but I don't mind it. I am an athlete. I take up some space. My shots are kind of explosive, so I don't mind the push-out area.
Tomasello just strikes me as such a strong athlete.
Listen, that's Ohio State for you. Every Ohio State guy's got that 1-inch neck, no neck area, shoulders, big back, and I mean, he looks like Lance Palmer's little brother.
Yeah, he does. I caught a workout video a number of years ago of Tomasello, and he had a heavy bag. He was doing some boxing, and it's just like an extracurricular after practice, but it stood out. I remember all these years later, that's how hard he was training after practice. Yeah. I recruited Tomasello. I wanted him to go Greco for the Olympic trials in 2024, and I almost got my way. He was interested in it, then he pursued the freestyle, just to remind you, and now he finds himself in a world title match.
Yeah, and he's digging that underhook deep. He can get a push out right here.
He's got one. No, he dropped down.
Yeah, but you can't push him out on their knees, so you got to get a little bit of height to get that point. But if he can lock up some front headlock right here, he pushed him out, he gets that point right there.
And Bubba, if I can explain for our audience, because this is a very confusing position in wrestling.
Right,
if the referee deems that you drop down to avoid the push out,
save yourself.
That's exactly right. He will award a point, and that's what he did right there. I thought we might see a protest.
Yeah, no, that was very simple and cut right there. Ramos is in on a deep shot right here. He's got to do something. He's going to keep this first period on his action. That's the end of it right there. Just a little too late. Tomasello strong in the front headlock, strong in the tie-up, and he's not letting Ramos get in. Ramos has shot a couple of shots, but as you see Jacob Harmon in his corner right here, those guys are all about that strong, tough, in-your-face type of wrestling right here.
Coach Harmon is a former Sun Devil.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
I'm a Sun Devil. Of course, Jacob Harmon is one of my dogs. That's my guy right there. And he is one of the great coaches. He has that cadence and that understanding about winning. You might not know his name, but when you know him to be in that corner, he's basically a cheat sheet.
And tell me the relationship. Coach Harmon is out in California. Is Tomasello out there with him now? Did he leave Ohio State?
I'm not sure. I think Tomasello involved Jacob Harmon. Jacob Harmon's one of those guys that gets recruited by a lot of people. He's been in MMA corners. He's cornered Rafa dos Anjos. He's a legendary coach, so I can see Tomasello just looking for that. Oh, wow, that high crotch. Just run it out of bounds.
Run it out of bounds.
We don't need a finish. Good high crotch right there. That was beautiful to see. He might be looking for some big points right here. Oh, the crowd wants two, because if you get behind him, you get the 2 points. If you just push him out, you get the 1. So the crowd, being a Cleveland crowd, wants that 2 points, but he didn't hit his knees, so he's only going to give up the 1 for the push out.
Hey, one thing on Matt Ramos, and everybody that faces Tomasello has to deal with overwhelming power for his height, but I'm just noticing, look, Ramos hasn't really got going here.
Yeah, no, Ramos has really got to figure some things out, because the simplicity of his double legs and the things that he's shooting is not really mixing things up for Tomasello. You got to get off that collar tie, too. He's got to get some motion going. Oh, there's something there. So what I like to do with these, you know, what I call muscle hands, right? The Ohio State, the Lance Palmers, the strong, square kind of guys. I like to get that misdirection motion going. You got to get one side and the other. Got to get the balance off so that maybe, you know, you can sneak a shot in there where they're late to react.
Ramos not doing well from his overhook position. It's a interesting debate in wrestling. Do you have the overhook or does he have the underhook? Not a lot of guys know how to use the overhook. Tomasello in, Ramos has his hands locked. This is a very similar position to the one he found Spencer Lee in.
He's got to be able to do a little bit better with that front headlock right there. And that double leg is a little too simple. You know, you got Tomasello being a whole 4'1", right? And maybe not going to be susceptible to the double legs, but he's got that lefty high crotch down packed, man. Every time he hits that, he's got Ramos hopping on one foot. Just walk him out.
Yes.
That's the easiest thing to do. We're rocking up points, 4-0, 17 seconds left. He's in control, and we're here in Cleveland, so you know the crowd's going to love that.
Of those 4 points, they're all one-pointers. So just to remind you, that's 4 scores. 4 scores to none. Ramos has got to get moving. And by the way, he's got it in him. He's not breathing hard yet. Ramos has it. I'm just a little confused by the strategy of saving it.
Well, it could be the hand fighting. You know, them Big Ten guys, they love that hand fighting, and this is freestyle, so it's wearing on them a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, let's look at these 2 push-outs right here that Tomasello worked on. He hits him with a left high crotch, deep in there, got his head on the inside, and instead of finishing like we would normally do in other matches, he's just going to walk him to the edge, get a little trip there, and boom! We were hoping for the 2 as he walked out, but he only got the 1. And then again here, hits the same shot, gets him up in, tries to finish him out, getting that 1-point push-out. Beautiful lefty high crotch.
Yes. Hey, I'm looking at these guys. I'm trying to assess them. I really do feel that Ramos has a little bit left in the third period. Tomasello definitely known how to close a match out, but Ramos has something left. He's waiting for something, Bubba.
I can feel that, man. I don't know what he's waiting for, but I do feel that anticipation, that wait, that big move, that wait till I get to the third and do something. Because as he's been performing before, he hasn't really done anything that would take Nathan off his game. And I'm thinking that he's going to mix it up right here. For Nathan, he doesn't have to do much. You know, it's a minute 30. He's up by 4. I don't see him getting thrown by a big move or anything. He's just got to stick to what he's been doing, stay in the center of the mat, and win this.
Sure, keep your hands down, bend your knees, find a front headlock, hang out a little bit.
Dig an underhook, you know, melt that clock a little bit. You know, it's 10 points to tech fall a guy, so he's, you know, nowhere near close to that. So he might as well, you know, do what he's doing. Maybe get some entertainment here. Give the Cleveland crowd a little bit of what they want.
Look at these guys' resumes. You have a world champion versus an NCAA champion for the RAF title. Can you believe that? Did you think we'd be speaking these words?
Man, this is a dream come true, and I'm so grateful to be a part of that manifested dream that Hulk Hogan had. Izzy Martinez and Chad Boynstein bringing this to us is a gift. It's Christmas tonight early. It is beautiful for the wrestling community, and this is the dream. This is the dream. The scene, the stage, the audience, the ambiance, these guys were here rocking it. This is exactly what we've been wanting.
All right, 4 points to one, also 4 scores to 1 score. Now, I just want to remind you, now that we're inside of 3 points, if Ramos was to hit a 3-pointer and tie this up, Ramos would win. It is last score wins in the event of a tie.
Yes, it would be. And you know, how do you understand who wins when it's scored? The last man gets it. You know, that's the last man to impress the judges. You know, if we're talking MMA, you want to be on that last guy with the 10-second clock to get that score raised. Right now, it's just a melting clock position right here.
Yeah, no, Ramos is just holding this. He's just eating up some clock. I apologize, Tomasello. Very good strategy by Tomasello. I must tell you, he does look back in great form. Ramos wants that head. There's the attack we've been waiting for, Bubba.
There's something. There's something. A little too late.
Well, I think you and I called this. In all fairness, you and I said, listen, Ramos has what it takes, but he's got to get going, even as I'm assessing him now.
I feel that 4 seconds left.
Exactly right.
That's wild. Nathan Tomasello with the victory in R1. That was an amazing match right there. The crowd is excited. Of course, we get a Cleveland guy to face us off first, and Cleveland gets the win. Tomasello, Ohio State, excited about what they just did out there. Excuse me. Watching Chael get to the stage, this is exactly the audience that we've wanted here. They were beautiful. Back to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 periods, the final score, 4-3, your new RAF Bantamweight World Champion, Nathan Tomasello!
All right, Chael, let's hear what you got up there, buddy. Let's hear it, Chael.
Nathan, congratulations. There is only one first, and you are the first ever Real American Freestyle Champion.
Thank you. I'm excited, thankful for everyone that showed up in my hometown. Thank you so much.
Now, Nathan, typically speaking, history says the older guy loses to the younger guy, but you had other plans for Matt tonight. How'd you feel?
He's a great competitor. You know, I'm really fortunate to step in Matt again. We've competed hard, battled hard for three rounds. I trained real hard for this the last 6 weeks. I wanted to put it out there today, and I felt like I did.
You had incredible takedown defense in that match, and I just want to ask you, is this the kind of bout you expected, and who do you think will be next?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great competitor. I always feel like when I've got my head and hands going, it's tough for people to beat me. So it's been really fun. I'm excited to compete against anybody next, and I'm ready for all challengers.
Nathan, you look great. Ladies and gentlemen, your first ever Real American Freestyle Champion, Nathan Tomasello.
That's right. Yeah, so congratulations to Nathan Tomasello. Gets it done here in the hometown of Cleveland, Ohio State representative. And man, I'm excited. That was one match for the ages, but this one right here, Yanni Diakomihalis, Bujarang Punia. This is exciting. We got Yanni Diakomihalis is a collegiate wrestler, and he's a legend. One of only five four-times national champions in NCAA history. Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio. We're here at the Real American Freestyle, and we're excited about this next matchup. Yanni Diakomihalis is a collegiate wrestling legend, one of only 5 four-time national champions in NCAA history, and a 2-time U.S. national freestyle champion. Meanwhile, Bujarang Punia brings with him an Olympic pedigree as a bronze medalist in the 2020 Tokyo Games. Both wrestlers have one thing in common, a familiarity with each other.
Yeah, I mean, Bajrang and I, we've competed twice. We've trained together, so there's some familiarity, right? And familiarity can go one of two ways. It can be like, all right, I know what he's going to do. I'm going to defend. Or it's like, I know what he's going to do, and I'm going to capitalize, right? And I think we're really offensive guys, so we're going to go out there and try to beat the brakes off each other, right? It's going to be a lot of high energy, high intensity, a lot of action.
Yeah, I before two fight with Yanni, and Yanni also good wrestler and opponent also good, but I know I also know bad. I give my best, and I before two matches I lost with Yanni. I hope today I win.
You know, to me, this match is an opportunity, right, to propel myself in a positive direction because of the professional league, right? A lot of us, our careers get short because, you know, our sport revolves around one event, right, the World Championships. But with the opportunity to capture the Real American Freestyle belt, every time I step out on the mat now, right, I'm competing for something, right? It's always I'm working towards that belt, working towards that title, right? So I think this is an opportunity for me to make every match I compete in matter.
I think for good for me, and long distance in break for wrestling, and I come back again. I think more better comeback. Last fight I lose for 10-0 in World Championship Serbia, but I think today more better in performance in Real American Wrestling.
To me, this is what I love to do. I think a lot of people say they love wrestling, but you know, they take a lot of time off, or they get burnt out. Like for me, this is what I like to do, right? I want to go in there and I want to compete at the highest level. So when this got presented to me, it was like, hey, we can have you compete against a guy with world medals and Olympic medals. It was like, where do I sign? I think I do really well with pressure, right? Guy pushing into me. It gives me opportunities to use my handles, create scrambles, create opportunities to score. Bajrang pushes and leans really hard, right? So it kind of invites all of my offense in.
I give Yanni message. You today is ready for losing. I before two matches lose, but today Yanni is ready for lose. Yeah.
Yes, let's look at the tail of the tape. Chael, what do you see here?
I'll tell you, the number one thing that jumps off the page for me is that this is the third time meeting. They had a 1-point match, they had a 10-point match. Yanni's got a world silver medal. Bajrang has an Olympic bronze medal. This match has to happen.
All right, we'll pack it to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is for the RAF Lightweight World Championship. Let's bring out your wrestlers. Please welcome Bajrang Punia.
Yeah, this is a wonderful wrestler right here. He's got a great pedigree, and he's up for a challenge tonight in one of the American legends in Yanni D.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Yanni Diakomihalis.
Everybody loves the Squirrel Kid. Yanni D in the building, baby. We're going to see some exciting defense, some explosive offense. I'm excited to see what Yanni's going to bring, as he has seen this guy 3 times or 2 times before. This is going to be their third matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 periods for the RAF Lightweight World Championship. Introducing first, on my left, wearing the gray, his official weight, 154.4 pounds. He is an Asian Games gold medalist, a 4-time world medalist, and an Olympic bronze medalist. Wrestling out of Haryana, India, introducing Bajrang Punia. His opponent across the mat, wearing blue, his official weight, 154.8 pounds, a world silver medalist, a 4-time NCAA national champion, and a Pan American champion, wrestling out of Ithaca, New York, presenting Yanni Diakomihalis.
Yanni D for short. The man with one name. Yanni in the building, baby.
Referee is Nick Mancini.
Let's get it live, Cleveland. Let's get it live. So I'm excited about this because when I was looking at the film and what Yanni can do, I was just like, man, Yanni's offense is just too good, man. It's just really good. And I don't think that Punia has enough offense to keep him off, literally being the defensive mindedness that he needs to be the offensive guy.
Punia wanted a point there. I'm very happy the referee did not call that. And from my vantage point, I did think that was a little bit of a scramble. Bubba, you know this better than anybody. When you go into a match, a large part of it is who wants this match more? Yanni having 2 victories. I would think that would motivate Punia to come out and start to level that playing field. Punia's the one that asked for this match, according to him. I spoke to him yesterday. A little bit of an English problem, but I did ask, hey, whose idea was this match? Who pushed for it? And he said, I want it. I want Yanni.
Well, when we got that gold medal on the mat, on the belt looking like it looks, that RAF belt is amazing. Real American Freestyle has done a good job, not only with the production and what we got here on the stage, but those belts that they are fighting for. I can see why Bajarang, I'd go out there for somebody with one of those belts like that.
I picked it up backstage, partner. It was about 12 pounds. It was beautiful.
Yeah, those are wonderful. And tonight we're going to be giving out a couple of them. And I'm excited to see every match matter now. You know, wrestling hasn't had that in a long time. And now you're getting to see guys really go after something that they've dreamed about and they've wanted. And that's stardom and glory.
Bubba, all I can do is I've watched the first 90 seconds of this contest, but all I can do is compare it to their last contest. And one thing about it, and the one time when Yanni first beat Punia and they upset him at Beat the Streets in New York, but he put a pace on him. Hey, he was out scrambling. He was bringing that college style, that college type energy. I'm not seeing that in these first 2 minutes. Am I being too critical?
No, you're absolutely right. And not only that, they put Punia on the shot clock. So that's, you know, the clock is basically the shot clock that we get. They give him 30 seconds to score. And if they doesn't score, then they're going to give the other guy a point. And that's why Diakomihalis has a point right now. They put Punia on the shot clock. He didn't get anything done. And that's what we need. We need more action. We need that to be seen.
Right, 1-0 Yanni D.
And we're going to get a lot of these close matches. It's, you know, it's the real wrestling fans that are going to stick in and watch that excited moment. And it might only be 1 or 2 seconds, but it's going to be something that changes this matchup, and then that's what we're waiting for.
Whenever I see Coach Sean Bourmet, the one thing that I do know the athlete will have is a strategy. He will go out there with a plan. It is not a free-for-all. When you have Coach Bourmet, and I am very curious, because don't forget, the shot clock goes both ways. If we see the same thing but in reverse, we're going to have 1-1.
Yeah, it's a good thing here. Yanni's trying to get that underhook right there. He's looking for the collar tie. Ooh, beautiful shot there by Yanni. Almost like a little mixed direction knee pull, but it went to a double leg.
Yeah, he fooled me.
You got to be careful right here because Punia got that lock. Look at that lock. It's tight.
Big wrist by Yanni. Well done, he broke the position. He broke a front headlock with a double leg attempt. I haven't seen that before.
And he went a little bit awkward, like the opposite way with it. It wasn't the average way that you would defend a front headlock. It almost looked like he forced him to go over his head like that. That was a beautiful move right there by Yanni. And be careful snapping Yanni down, because I've seen Yanni flat-faced it all the way on the mat, get a takedown and complete it. So be careful just snapping him down, because he'll still reach for that leg, reach for that high crotch, and get something. He's got a crazy amount of power in his grip.
Punia being scouted right now by every American wrestling fan. He will be in the bracket at the World Championships next month. He will be in the same bracket as PJ Duke.
That's that caution we talked about, the shot clock right there. He's just put him on the shot clock, giving him a warning. You see that that number right behind Diakomihalis' name, right on the scoreboard. You see the shot clock going down. He's got to be getting going.
Oh, I thought a foot went out. The referee says no. I thought I saw a step out there, but Punia thinks it's his point. I think that's a little showmanship. I don't think.
You got to buy into it a little bit. You got to play into it.
He's saying, look at anybody's foot but mine.
So Diakomihalis is on that shot clock. He's got to get something here. He's in a front headlock. He went for a step around. He missed the step around, went for the knee slide. He's going high crotch, head up, looking to double off. He's getting the push out here. He's got the 1 point. And they're giving Diakomihalis a 1 point for the push out. They're giving Bajarang a 1 point for the shot clock.
That is as good of leg defense as you're going to see in wrestling.
Absolutely.
Bajarang was beat dead to rights there and came out with nothing more than a step out. Yanni cannot be frustrated by that, Bubba. He's got to get right back to those attacks.
And it was just at the right timing that Bajorang gave that up, right? Yanni just got that point at the end of his shot clock. So, you know, it was a null and void. We're back to a one-point match. And Yanni's looking for that explosive match, that explosive shot where he's getting both sides, getting both directions going. 5 seconds in this round, and we're going to see a different Diakomihalis and Punia coming out in this third round, because somebody's got to show us they want to win it right here. Let's check out this takedown defense right here by Punia. Diakomihalis gets in on a shot. He had that front headlock. Boom, misdirection with the knee pull. You see it slip off his knee. He goes front headlock, and then Diakomihalis, Yanni kind of stands up in an opposite way right here. He kind of double legs and goes backwards against the grain. He doesn't get anything, but he definitely shook him out of that front headlock. And then he gets this shot right here where he looks to just get that easy push out. He got a high crotch, looking to double off. Can't get the finish. Let's get the one-point push out. Beautiful offense right there. A lot of work though. Diakomihalis has to work. Yanni's working.
I'm into that duck under that he turned into a double. It's almost a Greco-Roman duck under from a front headlock. But I think his chin was turned. I think his face was turned, was why that came out so awkward. It was a big risk.
Yeah, it was. And that front headlock that he had was tight. His face was turned. It was turned by that front headlock that he wasn't letting go. That was a deep-looking guillotine, if you know what I mean. Good underhook right here. Nice drag to a sweep right there by Yanni. Couldn't get it. Punia has really good defense right here. I mean, oh, there's a score right there by Punia. There's a score right there by Punia. The mat looks slippery. They were sliding over there, but Punia's got in there. He's deep in the shot. He's got to really get some motion going right here. This is his best chance. Yanni seemed to have fallen down after that snap down, and then Punia shot in, and he's deep on the shot. Yanni holds for a stalemate. I would like to see Bajorang get more active right there.
Yeah, very interesting position. Yanni didn't have a lot of defense, so he chose to freeze out the position, hope the referee would call a stalemate, and he did.
Smart wrestling, but you got to know, if you're Bajorang, that's what he's holding for. So you're on deep on the leg, lift it up, walk him out, let's get something different going, you know? Got the USA chants going, a minute left.
This crowd is awesome, man. They showed up ready.
These are our people. This is the wrestling fans crowd. These are the people that are going to say some things, yell some things, yell stalling, even though that's, oh, look at that ankle pick. Look at that snap ankle pick. That was so clean.
You said yell stalling. I know exactly what you mean. I know that kind of fan. And as I'm getting a chuckle out of you, we got a 3-point lead for the American, got a 4-point lead for Yanni D.
Yanni shot a beautiful drop ankle pick, and it would look like a snag ankle pick. He went to the inside with his right hand, cleaned it up, and pushed him out of bounds. Beautiful job right there. Punia's got to get going. This ain't just your average event. This is for a title.
Punia has held position, but he has very clearly had a defensive mindset, hoping to counter Yanni. His offense has not got going tonight. He looks like he's in position. He looks like he's ready to spring, but he's not initiating the action, Bubba.
Yeah, and you got to come after Yanni. Wow. Great victory right there by Yanni. He did what he does, you know what I'm saying? In the split of a moment, like I said, it might not be a long time. It might be 1 or 2 seconds, but in the meat of it, 1 or 2 seconds is all he needed, and he got the job done. Yanni Diakomihalis gets the job done, and he is the 155 world champion. Up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 periods, your final score 5-1 for your new Real American Freestyle Lightweight World Champion, Yanni Diakomihalis.
We've got Chael in the corner with the winner. Go ahead, Chael. Tell us what you got.
Oh, let's hear it for the American. Yanni, how does that feel?
Feels great to be back.
Gotcha.
Loving this event, loving the energy of the crowd, and I'm loving this belt.
Recruiting, coaching, world trials, and now Real American Freestyle. I think I just summed up your last 12 months. How's it feel to be in this moment?
It's awesome. You know, I've had a lot of ups and downs, right? Really good, really bad, and it's nice to just come out of all that, know I can withstand it, and come out here and beat a really great opponent.
One thing about this event, as opposed to a standard tournament that you're used to, is it's one-on-one action, which means now that you got a belt, you're gonna get called out. Do you have any predictions for matches that we're gonna see later tonight? Let's say Lance Palmer versus Gomez.
Whoever wants, they can come and try and take it. I'll be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4-time champion, Yanni
Congratulations to Yanni Diakomihalis. He's in the crowd. He's got Adam Gray over there, and he looks good with that belt around his waist. Excited for what he's going to bring to the RAF the rest of this year. Now we look at the next matchup in Lance Palmer and Austin Gomez. This is going to be at that same weight that we just saw. It's exciting.
I tried stirring the pot. Did you hear me ask him? I asked him about these guys.
Anybody, you want some? Come get some, baby.
Come get some.
Okay, when you talk about Lance Palmer and Austin Gomez, you're talking about some of these guys that are just head-to-head, face-on-face. You can't help but focus on the passion both bring to the wrestling mat. One began his career by literally wrestling with bears on his way to eventual PFL glory. The other fights not only for himself, but for the enduring member of a lost loved one.
I grew up in Columbia Station, Ohio. I'm the oldest of 3 boys, and every day was either fighting or wrestling or getting in trouble together. My dad started training exotic animals, and he had moved from having 8 bears at one point to adding tigers and then adding wolves and adding leopards. So I started wrestling bears before I even started wrestling people.
If we are looking at Lance's career, you can't tell the story without the intensity that his father brought to those boys right there in the house. So when I hear stories that Lance wrestled animals, that was probably an easy day in the Palmer house.
Ohio State's Lance Palmer.
I was a 4-time All-American.
Lance Palmer has done it.
I was a Big Ten champion. I was the outstanding wrestler at Big Tens in 2010. All that stuff is great, but national title, that's what I wanted. So to fall short of that, you know, that was definitely pushed me into MMA because I still had that drive and that fire to accomplish more.
Lance Palmer gets down into his guard.
I won the PFL tournament. To be able to go through that whole tournament, win 5 fights in 8 months and make $1 million bucks, I mean, it was awesome. There was nothing like it. 2020 was COVID, and that's when everything kind of halted, and I was on an 18-month layoff. Now I'm 38, and it's been hard to get momentum with fights. The fire's still there. On August 30th, I'm wrestling Austin Gomez. Everybody's gonna talk. People forget that I wrestled my whole life.
Lance is a competitor. You can talk about he does MMA, and you can talk about that he does wrestling. What Lance does is he competes. He shakes hands, and he finds a way to have more points than the other guy when time runs out. He's gonna be given one opportunity to show that an old dog can still hunt.
When it comes to just getting in there and grinding, I grew up on the grind. It's something that doesn't leave you. But then when it's time to go, like, you can tell in my face, I'm ready to go.
The Gomez family has been through a lot of shit.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Just shows how tough we are,
Head up.
how tight-knit we are.
I lock it up.
But we're not gonna let anything knock us down.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.
Growing up in my family, wrestling was our everyday life.
Gotta run him down, bud.
My dad,
Run him down, run him down.
he taught me, my sisters, to have everyone involved. It's something that we were all passionate about.
Right away.
I got all in order, Marissa, Alexis, and Gabriella. And then I put Santiago, who is my baby brother, I put him at the top. I was 11 when he was born, and he was with us for 14 weeks. Passed away from SIDS.
After that, your family dynamic changes.
There was a time this meant everything to me. But when my son lost his life, I wanted to be done.
Growing up with sisters, I've always wanted a little brother, someone to mentor, and I lost the only brother I ever had. It took a toll on me. Now I'm just trying to live the best life I can for him, because he didn't get that life.
Everything's a surprise with Austin. You know, he got married. 5 months later, he's telling us,
I am going to be a father, yep. And our baby boy's name's going to be Isaiah Santiago Gomez, in memory for my baby brother. It means the world to me. I can't wait to be a dad.
Austin Gomez is a showman, and Real American Freestyle Wrestling is gonna see a highlight film. His wrestling's exciting.
When I step on that mat, it's kill or be killed. That guy's trying to take away my dreams, and I want to take away his.
Amazing night here in Cleveland. Look at these amazing fans we got the wrestling world at our attention right now. Tell of the tape, what you got here, Chael?
This is a Big Ten. This is all Big Ten. We got Ohio State versus Michigan. That's the leading thing. They both did trips to the NCAA finals in their era. What does that mean for tonight? We're about to find out.
All right, we're going to pass it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is in the Real American Freestyle Lightweight Division. Let's bring out your wrestlers. Please welcome to the mat, Austin Gomez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent. Here is Lance Palmer.
They love him, they love him, they love him. Ohio State legend, Lance Palmer, looking jacked, looking ready. Representing this Ohio crowd. Got his bro in the corner. This is gonna be a show right here. You know the Ohio boy wants to put on for his family.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are live RAF1 in Cleveland, Ohio. And we'd like to also welcome the best wrestling fans that are streaming live at Fox Nation. This match is scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle Lightweight 155-pound division. And now, introducing on my left, wearing the gray, he weighed in at 154.6 pounds. He is a 2-time NCAA All-American, a Pan Am gold medalist, and a 2024 Olympian. Wrestling out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, introducing Austin Gomez. His opponent across the mat, he wears blue. He also weighed in at 154.6 pounds. He is a 4-time NCAA All-American, a Big Ten champion, and a PFL World Champion. Wrestling out of Columbus, Ohio, Lance the Party
party in here, baby. It's Cleveland, Ohio.
On the mat is Ramos.
Had I not seen it, I would not have believed it. The party is back, and they went crazy for him.
Yes, he is, but Gomez is in and deep already trying to ruin the party.
This is where I'm most concerned. I'm most concerned in parterre for Lance. That's a unique conditioning.
Man, Gomez is looking real strong. He don't care nothing about what he was talking about, that Ohio State. We trying to get some points up.
It's a big deal. Hey, I'm telling you, those ribs are a conditioning. You get a young man who, by the way, is the Pan American champion. Gomez is officially ranked #1 in the Western Hemisphere. Lance is a multi-millionaire, winning a couple of tournaments over in the PFL. Gomez is coming at him. That's another one. Oh, the ref could call that different. I believe it's 1. He called it 1.
Yeah, he was looking for 4 points right there. He wanted to get some exposure right there, but Lance Palmer's got to slow this pace down. It's not even a minute into it, and he's already down and looking to almost get tech falled. Gomez is starting to dance and have himself a way here, so really Palmer's got to slow things down, get an underhook, stop the shots, because everything that Gomez is shooting right now, he's scoring on. The crowd really out of this one after that tech fall happened in less than a minute.
I think we might have called it. Listen, I can see Gomez versus Yanni. I mean, that match is making a little bit more sense right this moment. This one should be over if I can do math right.
Expeditiously, ladies and gentlemen. That was expeditiously. And Gomez hits him with the little boy move. You can't do that here in Cleveland. This is Ohio, and that's Palmer. Up to you, Jess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match is over at 58 seconds of the very first period. For your winner, Austin Gomez.
I'm good, man.
All right, just like that, Austin, the party is over. How are you feeling?
Good. You know, that's little bro. That's just a little Buckeye. Michigan Wolverine had to come out here and take care of business.
Listen. Listen. Austin, you got on top, and that gut wrench was really a bit of a story of the match. You went gut wrench to gut wrench. You looked for leg lace. It looked like more than anything that you out-freestyled him. Is that how you felt?
I told him when the match was scheduled to get his ribs warmed up. He didn't listen to Daddy.
All right, Austin, I was asked by Yanni Diakomihalis to deliver a message directly to you.
Hey, Yanni, spit shine my belt for me. I'm coming.
We will leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Gomez.
Austin is feeling himself. He's got the crowd hating him. That's what we want right here at Real American Freestyle. That's the energy we want. That's the entertainment we want. And that's the match that Gomez wanted to give us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Real American Freestyle. And that's entertainment. The next matchup, we got Evan Wick and Jason Nolf. Evan Wick was a 4-time NCAA All-American at Wisconsin and Cal Poly. He followed that up with a 2025 U.S. Open title that earned him a shot at the national team seniors roster. Jason Nolf comes into tonight a 3-time U.S. Freestyle national champion and a 3-time NCAA champion at Penn State. Creative and unpredictable, Nolf looks to make his next mark in Real American Freestyle. Both these wrestlers are built for the big stage.
I have a lot of leverage. You know, I can keep him at space. I can keep him from doing, you know, all the crazy stuff that he's doing. I can get control of him in places where he's very uncomfortable, I'm sure. I don't think he's ever wrestled anybody of my length, of my body type. You know, I think that's really gonna throw him off. And I'm just as dynamic as him. You know, I think he gets a lot of credit for being very dynamic. I'm just as dynamic as him, man. I've been putting in the work for just as long as this guy.
I think that it helps him a little bit that he has the length because he can kind of post on my shoulders and keep me a little bit farther away. But if I get under his arms, I'm pretty much getting to his legs 100% of the time, so.
You know, I feel like people have been writing me off for a long time just because I didn't win an NCAA title, you know, I haven't been on a world team. But man, I'm just as good as any of these guys, you know, and I need to go out there and prove it, and I can, and I will.
Yeah, I've been training jiu-jitsu a lot. In jiu-jitsu, we actually go a lot more live in sparring rounds, so I think that I'm in better shape now than I ever have been. I just needed to get on the mat a few times just to remember how to wrestle real quick. But I got on the mat a couple times, and I feel good, feel sharp, ready to go.
I really think that this is going to change the game. And I think that wrestlers, when they graduate from college, are no longer going to have to be scraping for change to become an Olympic champion. They're going to be able to wrestle in these events, and they're going to be able to make it big right away.
Yeah, it's here to stay for sure. I mean, the production's insane. You know, a couple things could come close. You know, the finals of the Olympic trials was similar, but even there, the production wasn't on the level it is here. You know, they're putting a lot of resources and energy into building something great here.
I've been putting in the work 2 years. He's been taking a long hiatus with jiu-jitsu, whatever. I've been a coach, Division I. I just come off my senior national title, freestyle. I'm on the national team now, and I'm gonna beat this guy.
So this is exciting for me right here. I'm excited to see this Nolf Wick match. I haven't seen anybody as tall as Wick in this weight class and have that kind of leverage going against Nolf. We gotta look at the teletape here. Check this out. 6'3". What do you see in that, Gerald?
I will tell you, this match has so much pressure. Evan Wick is officially the #2 ranked guy in America, but Jason Nolf, prior to retiring, held that same spot after beating Jordan Burroughs.
Up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the championship matches This one is scheduled for 3 periods, and it is for the RAF Middleweight World Championship. Let's bring him out. Please welcome to the mat, Jason Nolf. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is his opponent. Please welcome Evan Wick.
Yeah, that's a tall 175-pounder right there. Nolf is going to have to do what he's got to do to get under that and get the win tonight, because Evan Wick is looking to upset a lot of people. Up to you, Jazz.
Here we go, wrestling fans. We are scheduled for 3 periods for the RAF Middleweight World Championship. And now, introducing first on my left, he's wearing gray. He weighed in at 174.4 pounds. He is a 2-time Big Ten champion, an Olympic trials finalist, and a 3-time NCAA national champion. Wrestling out of Round Rock, Tennessee, introducing Jason. His opponent across the mat wearing blue. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighed in at 174.6 pounds. A United States Open champion, a 4-time NCAA All-American, wrestling out of Madison, Wisconsin, presenting Evan Wick.
This is the competitive matchup that I wanted to see all night. This is the one that I'm excited about. I don't know which way this should go. Nolf is the favorite. Nolf is just beaten Burroughs, but he hasn't been in it for a while. And Wick is hard to finish on and very, very smooth.
Jason Nolf is the betting favorite. That's true, but Evan Wick is ranked higher. I mean, I just have to come to that. Listen, Nolf retired. He took his name out of the hat. The mere fact that he's out here tonight is not something you'd have predicted a year ago. Wick's in on him already.
Yeah, Wick's long with that real long high crotch. A long ankle pick to a shot. He went right into what I call a slingshot shot, where he grabs a leg and then you move it back and he pushes himself right in there. He's got long legs, so he immediately puts the legs in and tries to work on top right there.
All right, a moment ago, our returning wrestler, which was Lance Palmer, but he had major problems in that parterre position. Nolf survives the first go-around.
Yeah, and Nolf's got to be careful with just allowing him to snap him and beat him, because he thinks he can snap it and move his legs back, but Wick is so long that ankle pick is good, man. That ankle pick is long, reaching there. He can stay in this and be a spider in this position by locking in the crotch, trying to get a crotch tilt. Nolf is going to try to finish, and Wick's got to be careful.
He's looking for 4.
He's looking for 4. Wick's got to be careful because it's high.
He got it. He tipped that shot. Yeah, he sure did.
That was huge move. Look at the crowd on their feet about that one. Wick's got to get that back. 2 points right there. He wanted 4, but he only gave up the takedown, so Wick is still in this.
Oh, I see the one referee called 4. I see the other 2 referees gave 2. Thank you for that correction.
And I agree with that, because I don't think that he got his back exposed. Yes, it was a big throw. Yes, it was a big move, and I'm happy to see it, but I don't think we could count Wick out of that, because I don't think he exposed himself.
Those are the moments that Jason Nolf lives for. If you'll remember that Olympic trials match with Jordan Burroughs, but he hit him with that 4-point double, and you could see Nolf. He grew 2 inches. He was so proud of that technique, and he should have been.
Grew 2 inches and felt like a world champion, because he had beaten one of America's greatest and best. Look at that inside. That's an inside lefty knee pull that Nolf is setting up, but Wick is so long. Wick is going to keep him at bay. He slide by, and he hit him with that shot earlier. A little slide by to a little snag is what he's doing. It looks like a sweep single that he's turning into what I call a slingshot, where he pulls himself in. Right now, we got a stalemate, and both of these guys are actively looking for their offense.
I like Wick on the head. I like when he's reaching out, he's grabbing his head, he's moving. When Wick is standing there staring at him, I don't see the danger. Nolf just pointed one way and shot the other. Bit of a mess and break technique, I believe.
You can see him smiling about it as well. That's a little fun thing that they had going right there. That was fun. We're gonna take a look at Wick in opening right here, looking at this takedown that Wick gets. He's in on the leg, he puts his head on the outside, he gets to the ankle, and he's immediately on that ankle, immediately on that power lock. But right here, Nolf gets him up and tries to tilt him. He tries to get him up, he's turning right here, and he's trying to get him over and expose him, but Wick caught himself and really only gave up 2 points. Big move right there, but it's still tied with Nolf winning.
And I must give a correction. I did not see the exposure when I saw that replay. 2 points is the correct call.
Yes, indeed. And I'm glad the referee called that. I mean, the referee's on the side, and that's why we have so many referees. You see the man on the stage right here as the main ref, but you got 2 guys on the side that are also confirming what they have seen. Good lefty high crotch right there. Nolf is trying to guillotine. He got to get out of that guillotine and go to some more wizards or defense, because we've already seen Wick hit that shot and come up with a good finish. Now he's looking for big points. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. He's got to hit his knee to get the points. Knee down. He gets the 2. He's got his leg in, and it's deep. To be here for Wick is a good place to be.
He's got that floating rib. Nolf is just dog tough. Nolf's on an elbow.
Oh, there it is. That was beautiful. And it was almost a trick. He almost looked like he was giving up and then went high lock with it and went over the shoulder and got that turn.
Nolf relaxed. He relaxed. He went to his elbows as opposed to having his palms out. He didn't do that earlier.
And now we're about to see a different Nolf. How many times have we seen Nolf, the Jason Nolf, be down by 4 points?
Absolutely. It's no big thing to him.
That's right. So we're going to see a new Nolf right now. Got to open up his offense. Wick is doing, look at that shot defense. That's length that you can't teach. That's exactly what that was. Nolf was nowhere near being able to collect the shot, collect the leg that Wick had, and Wick reaches down, collects his, and gets right into a double A finish right there and gets the extra points.
Yeah, he got, is that a 2 takedown and a 2 turn? What was the call there?
It looks like 2 and 2.
Look for your first one, you're good.
Well, he had locked up a leg lace, and I don't think he actually was able to turn it the way he wanted to, but he's definitely in the swing of things, feeling himself. He has seen the best of Nolf shots. So I think Wick is going to walk away. If he's not going to look for a tech fall, that shot he keeps getting him with. That defense to that switch right there. Right arm in that kneecap space. He keeps getting to it. And we got to scramble here. He's got to make sure that he gets his head up. Nolf's got to get his head up and get it from between his legs. Maybe he can turn into a tilt here and expose Wick.
I believe that's what he's thinking. I believe he could have come out with the takedown, but he's still got a 4-pointed mindset.
He's only got 5 seconds to do something, so he's got to get 2 right here, and maybe he can do something else.
The big 2 points.
Big 2 points with the right time on the clock.
I witnessed a high school bracket one time. Vincent Joseph, Jason Nolf, JoJo Smith, and guess what? None of them won the tournament.
Wow.
Mark Hall was in it.
Ah, then Mark Hall is a dog. You gotta love some Mark Hall. But let's check out this replay right here. He's got a leg in, and he's trying to tilt him. He's trying to get him to the one side, cross face, maybe arm bar him to get that tilt. He went one side, arm bar, top tilt, and turned him over the top, got his points. And then we hear again, Nolf getting that Wick getting that finish, stepping over, finishing the double leg, and looking for that extra 2 points, because that's the vulnerable time when you relax on the edge, giving up a little bit more back. Right here, I think if Nolf would have did a little cartwheel or something, he could have got them points over. But Wick is very much in control, very much has the distance and understanding of what Nolf's doing with his lefty high crotch, because every time Nolf reaches for that lefty high crotch, he defends it well. He's deep ground now, though. He's deep in on the shot. Wick is so long. That's why he keeps coming over top. No point in trying to sit back and wizard. You got to come over top when you're as tall and big as Wick is, 6'3". They're in a scramble, vulnerable knees right here. Referee's got to watch it. But I think Nolf might get some points and be looking to get a turn, because he's got 2 for sure right here. Referee gave him 2, got a leg in, and he's got an arm trap. So if he's going to do something in 1 minute, 18 seconds, he's got to do it right now. He's got a good lock right now. He's got that turn, and it's coming. He's holding the leg, and he gets it. He gets it. Nolf ties up the match, and he goes up 8-8. Big win right there.
8-8 favoring Nolf. The last score takes a criteria advantage. Jason Nolf is ahead in this match.
Yes, he was. You can feel the anticipation of the crowd. You can feel that antsiness. This is the crowd we've been waiting to see in Real American Freestyle. The antsiness, the edge, the 1 minute left, the 8-8 score. What's gonna happen right now, Jill?
It's not over, and Evan Wick's gonna come after him.
Oh yeah, you know he wants that. He felt like he gave it away. He's already been winning, and now it's at the end of the match and he's losing. There it is, there's that defense. There's that defense he's been hitting all day. Oh, wow.
Now's the time to attack.
And fatigue, it makes cowards of us all. There's that same shot. He's gotta finish this. There it is.
Excellent job.
There it is, the grind, the blind grind. He just put his head down and continued to shoot the shot that he feel would give him the win, and he found it. 15 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. What are we gonna do?
You've seen a lot of flexibility, a lot of positional awareness by Evan Wick. I'll remind you, this is a protege of Ben Askren.
They're getting that. They pull him to the mat. They want him to wrestle. Nolf looks tired. And there he goes again with that defense. Nolf trying something. And then they're still wrestling. They're still scrambling. Nolf looks a little bit fatigued, obviously, but he's still very dangerous. Still very dangerous. Backflip right there.
He went for it.
He did go for it. He went for it. That was it. I have to stand up for that one. That was beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. Evan Wick, what a close victory over a legend in Jason Nolf. Back to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both of these wrestling warriors tonight. After 3 periods and a final score of 10-8, your new Real American Freestyle Middleweight World Champion, Evan Wick.
Great victory by Evan Wick right there, and he's getting strapped up by Hogan, the commissioner, and now we got to hear what Chael has to say. We got to see what Wick has to say. Up to you, Chael.
Evan Wick, dare I say, that is the greatest wrestling match I have ever seen.
Hey, you were gassing this dude up the whole weekend, man. I'm playing backseat over here. Next guy I want, Kyle Dake. You're my guy. I'm coming for you.
I love the call out. You got to put the championship up. Hey, one thing about Jason Nolf, he really appeared to show up in shape for this match. You kept finding that single repeatedly, but he was coming after you. What did you think of Nolf? Is this a return to the sport that he should make?
Yes. Jason Nolf is one of the greatest of all time. And I'm glad I got that win over him, but he deserves to be here just as much as anyone else, obviously. 3-time NCAA champion. I was watching this dude since he beat Isaiah Martinez. His first year at Penn State. He's a legend.
All right, Evan, so you're saying Kyle Dake is who you want. I assume you're predicting that he's going to get the jump on Dean later tonight, but should he not, will you take on the winner?
Absolutely. I'll take Dean, too. I'll take anybody. Give me anybody, man. I'm here to wrestle.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, give it up for Evan Wick.
Evan Wick, the middleweight champion, and that's the kind of interview, that's the kind of talk we want here at Real American Freestyle. He says, give me anyone. I just got this belt, it's all shiny. I'm taking any names. Anybody who wants some, come get some. Evan Wick gets it done. Is he in the corner? He's showing some love to everybody who came to see him. He's feeling himself, and that was a wonderful call out. He said, Dake, where you at, buddy? I know you're in the back getting ready, but I done got something for you. Not an exact. This is the production that we've had. Take a look at this. This was all day long, all week long. We have been preparing. Look at the time lapse. Look at the work. Look at the details of efficiency for this Real American Freestyle show. I'm so happy and grateful and proud to be a part of what wrestling is bringing to the audiences out there that maybe don't know what this is about. And here's your matchup right now. We got Sarah Hildebrandt versus Hernandez. An 8-time Pan American gold medalist, Sarah Hildebrandt achieved the ultimate victory on the world stage in 2024, capturing Olympic gold in Paris. But to reach that dream, she needed to overcome her toughest opponent, herself.
I'll cuss you out, and then I'll skip away.
She's an aggressive and a strong-minded individual.
Sarah's mean. I don't think Sarah will like me saying that.
I'm a mess of all the human emotions, and I'll just own it.
When she goes for an attack, there is no attack that's used to kill time. Everything is to score. When she puts her hands on somebody, they know she's there.
I remember reading comments like, Sarah's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, and feeling that way. The semifinals of Tokyo Olympics, I was up 7-0, and I choked because I got so scared. Don't ruin it. Don't mess up now, Sarah. You're so close. And all those thoughts and all those emotions hit me, and I had no tools to handle them. I thought it was weak to feel any emotion. I remember turning to my coaches and being like, I can't keep doing this. But I found a great sports psychologist. He taught me it doesn't matter if you're scared. None of that changes going out there and step into the present moment.
It speaks to the mindset that it takes for all of us wrestlers to get on the mat, to get up out of bed and put one foot in front of the other.
But let me take you through the 2024 Olympics. I'm like so excited, so pumped. But we get to weigh-ins. I didn't see my opponent. I don't see her anywhere. I get a call about 45 minutes later. She missed weight. You win the Olympics. I'm like, are you sure? It was really strange. I didn't know how to feel. 45 minutes later, just kidding. You need to wrestle tonight. And just a flood of emotion.
It was a mess, but Sarah did it.
And I remember turning to my coaches. I'm like, lock in. Won the gold medal 6 minutes later. It was truly a dream come true.
I'ma keep winning.
I'm a competitor. I love winning. But no matter what, win, loss, draw, I love doing this, and I'm gonna go do it and show you who I am as a wrestler and as Sarah.
What a story of Sarah Hildebrandt, a story of resilience, a story of continuing to have the mind of a champion. We're going to go against her opponent, Zelson Hernandez. Zelson Hernandez is stepping into a world that she's been preparing for her entire career. The first U23 World Championship medalist in Mexico's history, her Olympic team dreams may have been dashed temporarily in 2024. But tonight, she focuses on a form of redemption, looking to take down an Olympic gold medalist in Sarah Hildebrandt.
Oh, I feel good. I mean, I train hard. I know she trained hard too, but I mean, I think nobody is mine. Sorry. Voy a quitarle el sonido. It's big, a lot of people, and a lot of good wrestlers, so I don't know, I just want to wrestle now. I know I have a good skill, so let's do that, and I don't know, just have fun. I know you guys that watching that match will be excited too. You guys will have fun too, because I just will do my best. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
We didn't record.
No. Estoy sudando como.
And Hildebrandt versus Hernandez. We got the tell of the tape right here. What are you looking at, Jill?
History says the best time to beat an Olympic champion is their first competition after the Olympic Games. Let's see if that's true tonight for Hernandez.
You're watching it. Back to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is for the Real American Freestyle Strawweight World Championship. Let's bring out your wrestlers. Please welcome Zelson Hernandez.
Look at that entry. That's what we want to see right there. A little entertainment.
What do we got here? A dragon, a snake? What do we got here?
Looks like a cheetah, a little bit of an eagle, something. I don't know.
She looks kind of cool with it.
She's an Olympic champion. She can do whatever. Oh, she's wrestling an Olympic champion tonight. She's got to come out with any confidence that she can come, whether it's a head mask, something from Mexico, some friends, family, a gun, something. She's going against Sarah Hildebrandt.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her opponent, Sarah Hildebrandt.
The champ is here.
That's right. You can hear the crowd get excited about her. The girls are in the crowd. The women are in the crowd. They love them some Sarah Hildebrandt. Olympic champion, feeling the energy. She was dancing backstage. I got in there and danced a little bit, got the motion going. She's feeling herself right now. Excited for this matchup as an Olympic champion going to represent America right here in Cleveland against Mexico's Hernandez.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 3 periods for the Real American Freestyle Strawweight World Championship. And now, introducing on my left, she's wearing gray. She weighed in at 124.2 pounds. She is a Pan Am medalist, a Mexican national champion, wrestling out of Italia, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Celcid Hernandez. And now, her opponent across the mat, she is wearing blue. She weighed in at 124.6 pounds. She is a 7-time Pan American gold medalist, a 3-time world medalist, a 2020 Olympic bronze medalist, and a 2024 Olympic gold medalist. Wrestling out of Granger, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen, presenting Sarah Hildebrandt. When the action begins, your referee is Danielle Noble.
Poor Zelton, I'll tell you, there's not a person in this building cheering for her. You and I like the headdress. Everybody else was teasing it. Boy, they came out to support their champion, didn't they?
That's right, and the women are out here tonight. I'm so excited to know that they got the women out here representing the girls and the women back home, all the lovely women that love Sarah Hildebrandt, all the little girls that want to get their double leg and sweeps like Sarah Hildebrandt. This is what they came to see. They could care less what Mexico is bringing, even though she's coming with that double leg. And she means business. She got 2 points with that Sarah Hildebrandt double leg, and now Sarah's got to wrestle her way back to it because Mexico came to get it on.
When you're in Sarah's position, and I believe they're going to wave those 2 points off. We may have a challenge here, but I believe we are at 0-0. One thing about when you're in Sarah's position of being the Olympic champion, you come into an environment like this, you have to make one of 2 choices. I either come at them very hard at the beginning, or I protect myself because I know they're coming at me.
Absolutely, you're going to clash with the Titans. They definitely want to make this match their Olympic championship match. Every time they go against you, the big name person, the Olympic champ, they're coming with the kitchen sink and everything they can behind them. So yes, that mentality is what you need. And Sarah's gonna do her thing right here. Sarah slowed the match down, defended that shot, and got right into her offense. And she's enough with this other stuff. Let's get to what I know how to do, and that's attack, and until I get the points that I need.
Good limp arm there by Sarah. She comes out on top.
Trapped arm. She's gonna keep doing it.
Trapped arm can end this match.
The crowd's getting excited. They're going to look for a tech fall right here. We got 2 turns already. And she let the trapped arm go. She's going to go to a tight waist and try to look for something else. But she's back on her feet right here.
I felt she had that arm, partner. I felt that she elected to let that go after a leg lace.
Which was a bad decision there because Hernandez was really trapped already. I thought she was going to go back and forth. She has seen that double leg enough, and now she's in the front headlock with a head in the hole, looking to circle around. Hernandez is pulling on her arm, but I don't think it's going to stop Hildebrandt from locking her leg in and getting this 2 of a takedown.
I'm not certain what Hernandez is looking there. She did this position a moment ago where she tried to trap the arm, but it almost made for an easy spin by Sarah.
Well, it held for a stalemate. I think that's what she was
blown dead.
All right, on their feet. I got to tell you, just as I'm looking at their body language, the conditioning of Sarah is very impressive to me. Many athletes do take their foot off the gas after winning an Olympic championship. She showed up at Real American Freestyle ready to wrestle.
There's Chad Bronstein in the crowd, CEO and co-founder of Real American Freestyle. There's the man right there. Yeah, he sees himself.
Attaboy, Chad.
Looking good, buddy, looking good. Here we go with this replay with Hildebrandt having the trapped arm, getting it, turning it to the right, and then holding one more time, bringing it back to the left for 4 consecutive points. Looking good on top. She gets to that offense, she's gonna be hard to stop. And here we go, round number 2.
Should Sarah change her strategy? Should she sit on this lead and enjoy it, or should she bust this match open?
She should hit a sweep and then go to a trap arm and get this thing up out of here, because as we got to see, the more she waited around, the more Mexico hit her with a double and try to put some points on the board for herself. So if you wait on these girls to just try to do what you may or may not be expecting, then you're going to get something that you don't know is coming.
But this is that same position where Zelton is electing to hold the wrist, and it worked again.
And it seems to be tricky enough to confuse Hildebrandt in that position. I would probably throw a leg in and try to do a crotch tilt there, but it's somewhat effective.
I got to give her credit. I haven't seen it before. It's a very small adjustment, but she is finding a way to survive that position. Back on their feet. It's a 4th double leg attempt by Zelton, 4th sprawl by Hildebrandt.
Really loose knees right there, and that's what you do. When you get hit with a straight-on shot, you turn one of your hips into them, and then you limp leg out, and that's the way she did right there. Now, we're back in that same position. What Hildebrandt needs to do is get that right leg in so she can hook that side and not be pushed out of that position, because that is a very, very easy, not easy, I can assume, but that's a very position to get really good scores in. You're already halfway behind them. Just get a leg in, get the control.
90 seconds through the second period. Not a lot of scores, but the action has been the same. It seems like the same double leg, defended with the same front headlock. All right, Zelton coming back in.
Yeah, we got a nice front headlock right here by Hildebrandt, and if she was smart, she'd do a little bounce trap with that elbow. Now she's cleared it. Now she can just circle around, maybe look for an ankle pick as she's moving, but she's definitely got to get some motion here with 14 seconds left. See, that's what I don't like, that those stalemates in those positions, those are times to score, those are times to get it. She's on her knees, she can't really see her peripheral. That's a good time to get some points.
Good maturity by Sarah. She's got options of front headlocks, or she can understand, listen, I'm ahead, I can stay safe.
Nice duck. Nice set of action right there by Hernandez. Hernandez was really mixing it up and almost did enough.
No points, time ran out.
Good finish to that round right there.
I like how Hernandez is moving. I must tell you, I feel like she's a very good competitor in this match.
Absolutely, and that mix-up that she did right there is the recipe to her success. She needs to get moving, add a little confusion in there, and put moves on top of moves. Let's look at this right here. That was the end of the round. She almost got that double leg, but the referee didn't count that. And they walk back to their center, a little bit tired, a little bit dragging a little bit. We're gonna be interested to see how Hernandez can get back into this match being down 7. That motion she created earlier was what she needed. She's just gotta have enough energy to keep that up.
When plan A doesn't work, you gotta go to plan B. Zelton has only tried one attack tonight. It's a double leg. She's got to the legs, but she's gonna need to go something else. Sarah now knows it's coming. If you and I know it's coming, and there it is.
Oh, there it is. It was a good shot, nice clean shot, but Sarah Hildebrandt with that turn and that hit down, and that wizard is just amazing with it. Good wrestling here. This is what we were talking about with Hernandez. The more wrestling, the better she has of possibly mixing up and getting Sarah Hildebrandt confused about what she's doing.
Same position. We've seen the same match play out. 4 different attacks, 3 different scores. It's very interesting. I'm learning something from Hernandez here. I'm learning how he's coming to this wrist. I'm surprised that it's working. From my vantage point, it looks like a tilt is possible, but Sarah's not finding it.
And all of us are learning from it, because it's definitely a position where we're like, what she got? Oh, she's going upper body. She looked like she was going to tempt something there. Being down 7, it's a good idea. Nice sweep shot right there. She got flattened out a little bit, and if Hernandez can get a front headlock even with this leg in, she can possibly get a hit turn. Oh, she's got her head up.
There's building.
Yeah, she got her head up and got to the finish. That's going to be hard to stop right there. And she's going to look for some ankle or some turns right here. Like I said, she's going to get another takedown. If she gets a turn, this match is going to be over.
She could go right to an exposure.
Yes, she can. If she gets that leg over her head, she'll turn that.
Oh, that's the fence. There it is.
Tech fall, ladies and gentlemen. Or at least that's not. There it is.
I think they called that as one continuous motion, so that was a takedown. But there is the tech fall, and there is your Olympic champion.
There it is. Sarah Hildebrandt, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the Olympic champion, getting it done. Cleveland, what's up? She's pointing to you. Show her some love. Wonderful performance by these two women. Class act in Hernandez and Hildebrandt gets it done. Back to you, Jazz. Let's hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is over. 36 seconds of period 3. Your winner by tech fall and new Real American Freestyle Strawweight World Champion, Sarah
Hildebrandt with the win at the strawweight. She gets it done, and we have a handsomely dressed Nick Hogan right here, giving the belt, wrapping her around it. The commissioner, Nick Hogan, putting it on her. She looks good with it. Those belts are amazing. Can we talk about Real American Freestyle and the production that they put into this night? Up to you, Chael. What do you have for us?
Sarah, young lady, if I may have a word, it's not easy being champ, but sometimes it's a lot of fun. How are you feeling right now?
Woo! It's good to be back, baby. Good to be back.
How about this production? How about everything? How have you been treated this week? How is Real American Freestyle?
It's real damn good. Real damn good. I've competed on the high stage. Ain't nothing as electrifying as this.
Later tonight, we've got a match in our co-main event. Bo Nickal is taking on Jacob Cardenas. I would just like to know from you, do you have a prediction in that match?
Oh, shoot. Bo Nickal, pretty tricky. Pretty used to this stage. I think I'll give it to him.
Sarah, you were awesome. It is a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to call your match. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, please, for Sarah Hildebrandt.
That's right. Olympic champion, now Real American Freestyle Strawweight World Champion, Sarah Hildebrandt gets it done. Excited to see her wrestle tonight. I know a lot of people was checking for her. She's an amazing, amazing American story. Great job. Showing the crowd, women's wrestling is here to live. Women's wrestling is gonna have a home here in Real American Freestyle. We have Sarah Hildebrandt. We got so many other wrestlers that are coming here tonight that we are surprised to show you guys and excited to present. Look at her showing love to her friends, family, all the warriors that helped them get to this stage is who you gotta give love to when you're in the back there.
Bob, I don't know if you can see it, but Sarah's lips, they got blood all over them. That was a pretty physical match. For what it was, the point spread was a real differential, but the competitiveness I felt was there by Zelton.
Absolutely. There's a little bit of blood, a little bit of sweat, a little bit of tears, but she got that gold belt, and that's what she wanted.
Tomorrow you're gonna find out. My boy lost a bet at the Supercuts. Look at this ramen noodle head looking ass boy. Show you. I'm gonna show you what it's about.
Let's keep it funky, bro.
You better recognize.
I feel you, bro.
Right.
I never lost to an Ivy League kid. And it won't happen tomorrow, bro. You was wrestling the grandpa.
Oh, yeah, I am, you little frail ass.
You got the wrong one, bro.
Look into my eyes, man. Look into my eyes. Hulkamania will never die. And I can still feel that big pull on the back of my back, Jack, because we've all got Hulkamania running through our veins, man. Running through our veins.
There he is. Uh-oh.
Yeah, buddy, there he is. You've seen him on YouTube. You've seen him on TikTok. We got the Hulkamania Hulksters in the building.
You bring a backup shirt, Bubba. What do you do in this situation? Do you have an extra shirt to put on?
When you roll and you got the roll nose shirts, you definitely got a stack. You got a stack in the back. He's a merch guy. You know he's got him on
Killed
deck.
it.
He did kill it, man. He's been amazing here with this show. With it being a Hulk Hogan presentation, We had to bring out that guy. It's amazing tonight. And our next match is Real Woods versus Darian Caldwell. Whether an ally or a foe, anyone who meets Real Woods is left with the same impression, undeniable confidence. Tonight, the former four-time NCAA All-American brings that same attitude to Real American Freestyle. Darian Caldwell, meanwhile, achieved NCAA glory of his own in 2009 with a national championship before embarking on a pro MMA career that culminated in the Bellator world title. Tonight, he returns to his beginnings on a new quest.
Why am I so confident? No contest. I'm a world team member, four-time NCAA All-American. I won Big Tens, Pac-12s. I won Final X this year. It's not because of some delusion, although I like to think of it a little delusional. Come on, over here. There's something called delusional confidence, where you've got to be confident through the challenges. It really is instilled in me. That came from my parents from day one.
Wrestling's a great sport, and there's nothing like it. If you can do wrestling, you can do life. And it was something I wanted to expose my kids to.
At one point in my life, I asked who was Real Woods myself. I'm a wrestling coach from Chicago. I have some of the top wrestlers in the country. So we invite all the top guys, Real Woods one of them, to come to a camp.
We're like, all right, let's see what Izzy Style can do with it.
Anytime I go into a workout, I'm ready to compete.
There was one kid, I put him with Real Woods, and 15 minutes later, I look over, got a bloody nose, bloody eye, the kid doesn't want to work out anymore, and Real Woods says, "Coach, I'm done with this guy, can you get me another guy?"
My parents saw what Izzy could do as a coach and how he could change lives.
So it was a real reality to the parents. Hey, if we really want our kid to make it, Albuquerque might not be the home for it.
I want to prove that I'm the best. That puts a chip on my shoulder.
Just still so much more.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, for him to do, for him to influence the sport. Real's a very elegant, very intellectual individual who you can see is just a great person. But when you watch him wrestle, it's literally like watching a lion.
I continue to develop as a wrestler in my own way, but you've always got to be aware of who you're going up against. Simple fact of the battle.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here.
Beer and getting punched in your face, they're both an acquired taste. Just got to get used to it. And then once you get used to it, you start to love it. I love it. I grew up in rural New Jersey, Prison City. You do not want these problems. You do not want these problems. Luckily, I found wrestling is really what changed my life. I stepped on the mat and I was pretty good from the very beginning. I was 3-time state champion, the #1 kid coming out of high school. I went to North Carolina State, 4 ACC titles, never lost in the ACC. I was like 10-0. Won a national title at North Carolina State, 2-time All-American. And then, after college, I wanted to go to the Olympics. I wanted to do that, but guy had other plans, right?
He comes out of the NCAA, and he's got one of the biggest wins, one of the biggest upsets in NCAA history. Took out a guy called Brett Metcalf. Metcalf wanted to go to the Olympics. So I believe that Caldwell looked at it and said, look, if I just beat him, I can live with my legacy, and I'm going to go over and give MMA a try.
Wrestling, you got to beat the best guy to win $5 grand.
Here we go!
But in a sport like MMA, I can go out there and in 2 years create a lifestyle that I know wrestling's not going to give me. So I thought,
Boy, that's a fast shot.
why can't I go out there and do it? 4 years in, before I was even 30, I was Bellator world champion. Defended it twice, but man, I started my career in wrestling, and I would like to end my career in wrestling. 145-pound weight class has been mid, if you ask me, for the last 15 years, and I feel like the fans have been missing that electrifying athlete. I want to win in devastating fashion.
Let me tell him one time, I've been on the grind, this is my prime.
And when it comes to Real, I'll give him a shot. He could do all the talking he wants, but I'm gonna go out there and put my hands on Real, and he's gonna feel something he's never felt before. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of Real Woods.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got Real American Freestyle. Excited for what we got. Let's look at this tell of the tape between Woods and Caldwell.
Not focused on it. Got to ask you a personal question. If you were live on Fox Nation and you had to pee, like, what would you just, if I found someone in that situation, what would you advise them to do? All right, we got Real Woods. He is the best wrestler in America, ranked #1, headed to the World Championships, and he is taking on the former NCAA champion, Caldwell. Caldwell has been beat before, but I don't know if you could name a time when he was the underdog that he did not perform.
Man, listen, up to Jazz, up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, the championship bouts continue. This one for the Real American Freestyle Featherweight World Championship. Let's bring out your wrestlers. Please welcome to the mat, Darion Caldwell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, Real Woods.
Got the intensity here for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 3 periods for the Real American Freestyle Featherweight World Championship. Introducing first, on my left, tonight he wears gray. He weighed in at an even and ready 145 pounds. He is a 2-time All-American, a 4-time ACC champion, an NCAA national champion, and a Bellator MMA champion, wrestling out of Rahway, New Jersey. Introducing Darion the Wolf Caldwell.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, buddy. This is OG legend style.
And now, his opponent across the mat. Tonight, he's wearing blue. He weighed in at 144.8 pounds. He is a Big Ten champion, a Pac-12 champion, an NCAA finalist, and a 3-time All-American, wrestling out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, presenting the real deal, Woods. Your third man on the mat is Carter Crow.
Check out those cameras those referees got, right? That little chest cam getting right there in the action. This one is what we came to see right here. They got a little bit funky at the weigh-ins right now. We want to see the Bellator champ in Caldwell come out against world team member Real Woods.
There was a time when Caldwell had the championship, the very one that Real Woods wanted. I'll remind you, Caldwell, big upset over Brett Metcalf of Iowa. Real Woods representing Iowa.
Yeah, well, I think he's representing Michigan now. Michigan is out here deep, man. Michigan has got a lot of people on this card. Kevin Jackson wanted to make sure that I let them know that Michigan is well represented here in the Real American Freestyle first show here in Cleveland, Ohio. They came to the Buckeyes place and showed out real well today.
Speaking of messages, you and I were delivered one on the break by Izzy Martinez that said he will be doing a match of the night, a Wrestler of the Night award.
Yes, he will. Get that push out right there. That's what he was looking for with the shot. Real Woods got underneath him. Caldwell was pushing towards him, and Caldwell gets the point right there.
That was not ever predicted. There was many people that never thought Caldwell would hold a lead over Real Woods. Those people are wrong.
Not only are they wrong, but they predicted that he wouldn't even be in this match. And the way that Caldwell has slowed the match down, he didn't come out and try to prove to the world that he was still Caldwell of old. He's being Unk in this match. He's slowing the match down, doing the things he wants. I guess Real Woods got his little bit of comfortability, but Caldwell tried a little bit there and then messed up. But earlier, he got the 1 point from just being who he was.
Caldwell's going for it here. That was a turn, but Caldwell initiated that. Caldwell's the one looking for points. Referee's saying no. I believed I saw 2 for Caldwell.
I think that was definitely some points for Caldwell that he didn't get with that reversal. Oh, they did give him points, 3 to 4 right there.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that he was doing enough work to get his points initiated with his turn. What Caldwell told me, if he sees Real Woods act like he acted during the weigh-ins, then he's not going to be afraid to show him combinations that made him a world champion.
But I'll tell you what, any upset you've ever seen, whether it's swimming, tennis, MMA, or wrestling, one person finds himself in a match harder than they thought it was going to be.
Look at the mouth of the South right there.
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, buddy. Hulk's good buddy right there. Glad to see him here tonight. Jimmy Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
81 years young. He looks great, I gotta tell you. I'm a little jealous of Jimmy right now.
Yeah, he's looking good, feeling good. Look at that white and red on that man. Yeah, buddy, he's matching that outfit, matching that energy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real American Freestyle.
Real Woods with a 1-point lead, scores 4-3 over Darian Caldwell. I'll tell you, Bubba, if I would have told people yesterday, going into the second round, these guys were only going to be separated by a point, not many people would have believed me.
Not only that, if I was to tell you that Caldwell was the one initiating the first points and getting turns, you would have thought that I was a little bit crazy. And right now, this is what we're seeing. Not only did Caldwell come out with his promises to himself, he came out with a lot more pride than a lot of these older wrestlers have been expecting.
And how should we expect his conditioning to hold up when he's mainly focusing on MMA, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, things like this?
Well,
does that help him conditioning-wise?
Absolutely. He's used to 3-5s, 5-5s. He's a champion. He's done 5-5s before. That's 25 minutes of grinding and wrestling. And this right here is 2-2-2 with a little break in between. I know that he's done some good work. He's got J-Rock in the corner, an old-school New Jersey coach for him. He's got his father in the corner, and he's not going to let that conditioning ideal be the problem right here. There's a super duck. He told me he was going to try my move, and there it went. Nothing there, but he's not out here wrestling. He's out here mixing it up.
I'd like to have seen him wrestle out of that a little bit. I felt like he stopped.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Real Woods going to try to lean on him and be that guy that's been in the bracket, be that guy that's been the world team member. This is where Real Woods can separate himself because this is what he does.
Caldwell, this is what he scored with in that first exchange, if you recall. He's looking to flip that back. It's a big risk.
Yeah, he risked some things.
Oh!
That was a risk that he took right there. Real Woods gets the pin. Good match right there. Real Woods squeaks it out. Yeah, I don't think he wants to do that. Up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match is over. 3 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by fall and new Real American Freestyle Featherweight World Champion, the Real Deal Woods.
Commissioner Hogan gonna lace him up. Look at that beautiful RAF belt right there. Let's hear what Chael's got.
Real Woods looking real good. How you feeling, son?
Feeling good. Hey, all due respect to his ability to wrestle at how old he is. That was a phenomenal showing on his part. For me to feel him and his athleticism there at that age, all due respect. but god dang. I mean, you talk a lot, but you don't come with the heart like I do. Ain't nobody coming with the heart like I do. Never.
Rule 1 in announcing, never give up the microphone. You got me on that one. I got to ask you, World Championships are in 1 month. I believe in you. Am I right?
You're correct. Yeah, less than 1 month. Yeah, two and a half weeks. You'll see me at World Championships representing this great country. You know, go Team USA, baby. Go Team USA. Let's go. So, hey, I'm very, very, very stoked. And thank you, Darian, for helping me in my last competition before I go out there and step on the mat on the world scene. So I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the fans coming out, giving us this show, being a part of this big show.
Real, before you go, speaking of the World Championships, you got a world teammate in the main event tonight. Wyatt of America is taking on Mustafa of Egypt. Could you give me a prediction?
It's gonna stomp him. I mean, it's Wyatt Hendrickson. You know who that guy is? Tell me, do you guys know who that guy is? Yeah. Hey, we know.
Main event still to come, ladies and gentlemen. For now, your winner, Real Woods.
That's right. Here was the end of the match right here. No love lost right here. He's got the chirping, he's talking, but that's a Bellator champion. He might want to keep it with wrestling. Congratulations again. Here we got Juliana Pena, two-time UFC Women's Champion. There she is, checking in this Real American Freestyle. What do you think about Juliana catching the scene?
Hey, that's a wrestler at heart. I mean, I got to tell you, that is a sport she represented. I don't think she's looking on as a fan. I think she's scouting competition.
Oh, yeah, this is what everybody who got to MMA originally wanted to do. This was the wrestling we was looking for before we could go to MMA. Now we got our own league. Now we got people like Real Woods bringing the optics show. It's amazing here in Cleveland, and I cannot wait for the rest of this year. Much, much more coming this way. Back to you guys. As many of you know, Ben Askren, a member of the Real American Freestyle family and one of the most accomplished wrestlers of his era, has been in a battle for his life as he now recovers from a double lung transplant. Askren's resume says it all and speaks for itself. Two-time Dan Hodge Trophy winner, two-time NCAA champion, a U.S. Olympian, MMA world champion, and his greatest accomplishment to date, a survivor.
There's multiple times where my heart stopped for more than 20 seconds. There was one time where the nurse told my wife that Ben's dead. Ben's dead.
Ben Askren's a three-time NCAA champion, two-time Hodge Trophy winner. Ben Askren is a savant in this sport. It's Ben Funky Askren. When Ben's competing, he's been known to develop and innovate literally new moves while he's wrestling.
What's up, guys? Just finished signing my RAF, Real American Freestyle contract.
I agreed to wrestle in April. I was really looking forward to it. And then in May, my back started hurting really bad. And I'm like, damn. And then that night, I was awake like every 45 minutes. And I don't want to get emotional, but like, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably would have died. My wife convinces me to go to the hospital. I remember getting from the Uber in the building, and that's it. I remember nothing. I got this thing called necrotizing pneumonia. The doctors still can't figure out how the hell it happened, but they start eating my lungs. So I was in a coma and life support for like 40 days, and then they gave me a lung transplant. I lost like 50-some pounds. I woke up and I didn't know why I was there. You know, my wife visited almost every day for 70 days, right? And it's like, she's got to take care of her kids too, and I get emotional still when it's like, there's a decent chance I could have died. I wasn't on my phone for 50 days or something like that. So I posted that first video because it's like, okay, this is gonna be a pause for me to actually respond to everyone. So, man, that was a battle. You know, the thing that was most impactful to me was all the love I felt from everybody. And it's almost like I got to have my own funeral. It got like 14 million views, which is like more than I ever got at the height of my popularity in fighting. I'm not gonna be able to respond to every message I get, so I would make a video every couple days. What's up, guys? I want to give an update on how I'm doing. Update number 3, update number 7. and people just appreciated that I was being authentic.
It wasn't always going to be smooth. It wasn't always going to be easy.
Don't feel sorry for yourself. Wherever you are today, you can go from here and improve. I've had so many messages since I started the videos where it's like, I was sick or I was overweight or I could get my ass in gear. Like, your messages really inspired me. I'm still very far away from final form, but I feel better every day. I probably won't be actively competitive in anything ever again, but I can reorient my life from wrestling in RAF to now helping them more on the admin side. That's what wrestling is all about, is challenging the limits of your human potential. How much can I do? How good can I get at it? And I'm not a quitter.
What an amazing story. A legend, a hero. He inspired so many people. He actually even inspired me. He was my wrestling coach when I was an NCAA champion. I never really got to say this to him, but he had so many things that he told me during the year that was replaying in my head when I went off to win the national championship. He was always telling me to remember how we worked out in practice and just keep it at that level, keep it at that energy, man. And I got a Survivor tattoo that same year. Ben Askren is the survivor that we know him to be.
That is beautiful. I was able to stay in contact with Ben through his wife, Amy, when he was going through this process, to a degree without being annoying. But I must tell you, one thing that I got back in each message, she never stopped believing.
Amy is amazing. I've been seeing her, been a fan of the Askren family and what they're building in Wisconsin. This has been a story about resilience, overcoming, and this is an amazing celebration of life that we have for him because he's still here with us. This could have been a tragic, tragic story, but Ben Askren is an American hero, and he will be on the scene and involved with American Freestyle Wrestling, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be a part of this and have Ben Askren not only be the legend he is, but be a part of what we got. All right, stand by. Here's our next matchup. We got Kyle Dake, a two-time Olympic medalist. Kyle Dake put together a legendary amateur career that included 4 world championships, but it's career that nearly ended before it began 10 years ago, requiring an entire change in both mind and body.
Let me tell you my story. I was crippled, done. I was ready to retire. This is where I was. And I was able to pull myself out.
Kyle Dake is amazing. He's an icon in the sport of wrestling.
I'm a 2-time Olympic bronze medalist, 4-time world champion, the Hodge Trophy winner, which is the Heisman Trophy of wrestling.
If they had an arena, they would have a statue outside of that arena for him.
My whole lifestyle changed in 2015. I had a heart issue, I had 2 foot surgeries, I had blown out my shoulder. I was like, I'm gonna have to retire here. And I didn't want to. I wanted to keep wrestling, so I had to make lifestyle changes. A lot of athletes will just do traditional lifting, bodybuilding. When I was young, that's what I did, that's what I knew. And I suffered a ton of injuries. It's gonna catch up to you, and you're gonna need some intervention. I took a step back, and I was like, man, this can't be the only way. So I made a lot of lifestyle changes. Seeing the sun every morning, setting your circadian biology, grounding by putting bare feet on the grass. I have red light therapy 4 times a day, cocoon, water bath, sauna, cold plunge, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and lymphatic drainage. That was my protocol. I ended up coming back and having that redemption story, winning a world title in 2018, and then following it up, winning it in 2019. 2021, won a world title again. I got an Olympic bronze medal. 2022, won a world title again.
He has this ability to believe that he's turned back the clock and has gotten younger.
That he could turn his biological age backwards. What is this guy talking about? Kyle does not take a lot of matches. He's known to compete at 3 events per year. The Olympic Games in 2028, and that's what he's focused on.
But with Real American Freestyle, I was like, man, this is different than everything else I've been a part of. And I know that this could be special. I want to support that. And how can I do that? I'll go out and wrestle, for sure, definitely. Put me in. I'm ready to wrestle anybody.
I don't know that he's necessarily the nicest guy we think he is.
I'm either a villain or a prince, and you just got to wait and see which one comes out.
That's the American Kyle Dake, and he's going against Dean Hamiti. Dean Hamiti comes off of a historic NCAA career, capped in 2025 with a 27-1 record at Oklahoma State and a national championship. Now he faces the two-time Olympic medalist while holding a potential advantage in the form of his head coach and David Taylor, a man who himself has faced Dake multiple times.
Yeah, I think it's just really about focusing on my offense and not focusing on his defense. You know, I've been one to really kind of just think about what I'm doing instead of what my opponent's doing. So if I can do that, I think I'll be in good shape. My main practice partner is Zahid Valencia, just wrestled him earlier this year. So I mean, they give me a few pointers, but yeah, I'm just really focused on doing what I have to do. I'm gonna go out there and try to score as many points as I can and put a high pace on early. So I think it's important every single one of my matches, and especially this one. Hopefully this first event is huge and everyone loves it, and it continues to be something that they can do, you know, whenever they want. And it really helps grow the sport of wrestling with all the great competitors we have here, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Just focus on going out there and having an entertaining match for the fans and a fun match for us, and hopefully we put up points and entertain the crowd.
All right, let's look at the tail of the tape right here. It was Hamiti and Dake.
So I got to tell you, my son's name is Thero, but I almost named him Dake. In full disclosure, after this guy. Now, Dean is a massive step up from what I thought Dake was getting into. This is a last-minute replacement. Was Dake ready to take on the reigning NCAA champion? We're about to find out.
Back up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This match for the Real American Freestyle Cruiserweight World Championship. Please welcome Dean Hamiti. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, please welcome Kyle Dake. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 3 periods for the Real American Freestyle Cruiserweight World Championship. And now, introducing on my left tonight, he wears gray, weighing in at 188.4 pounds. He is a Big Ten champion, a 3-time All-American, and an NCAA national champion, wrestling out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Introducing Dean Hamiti. And his opponent across the mat tonight, he wears blue. He weighed in at 187.2 pounds. He is a 4-time world champion, a 2-time Olympic bronze medalist, and a 4-time NCAA national champion in 4 different weight classes. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling out of State College, Pennsylvania, presenting Kid Dynamite, Kyle Dake!
Oh yeah, that's what we want to see.
Your referee is Carter Kroll.
DJ versus Dake. Kid Dynamite, guys.
This came out of nowhere, I must tell you. As a fan, I was very excited. I felt that this was a big upgrade. That is not a slide to Sinclair, who, of course, be with us later, but Sinclair is not the reigning national champion. Hamiti, to win that title, took out this year's world team member and a former world champion, Keegan O'Toole and Levi Haynes, to become champion.
Yes, indeed. And not only that, he also is coached by David Taylor, who is a big rival of Kyle Dake right here. So he's got some insight on him. He's got some understanding, and I'm sure David Taylor has given him.
This match is rolling, by the way.
That's points. Indeed.
This match has not been stopped. The referee has not stopped this match. Kyle Dake is being polite, but the clock is officially running. Kyle Dake could blast him right now. Nothing to restart, referee. You never stopped it.
Yeah, should get the clock back. They should fix that.
I don't know about that. He's got to call it or not, and he did not call it.
Well, shorter time on the clock, and I guess it's probably more of an advantage for Hamiti, because if there is anything that goes on and he gets the score, then we got less clock to work with, and Kyle Dake's getting in a more pressure situation.
You could see we're foreshadowing those 14 seconds become important. All right, Kyle Dake got to step out there.
And he's thick, man. Every time I see Kyle Dake, it just seems like he's much, much more bigger than the last time I seen him. When I was wrestling for an NCAA championship, this guy was wrestling at 149 pounds. You understand? Now he's up at 187 pounds. It's ridiculous how often he changes his body style, his type, his mind to be the wrestler that he is. Kyle Dake is just always evolving and always looking different.
Kyle's way of greeting me yesterday was to come up from behind and squeeze me. Oh, Kyle in, looking for that arm. He's going to stand up and look for 4.
He didn't get it.
Oh.
He didn't get it. Still didn't get it, but he's going to get through. Oh, he got it that time. Beautiful job.
That is a judgment call.
It is, and correct on the judgment.
Yes, it was.
Feet overhead, that's what the rules say. If the feet go over his head, they're gonna give you a 4 point for a high toss. And that's what we got right there. And they gave him the 1 for the push out from earlier. So we got a match 5-0. Hamiti's got to get on the offense. If he allows Dake to shoot, Dake is one of the best scorers in the country ever.
I will tell you, I'm a little concerned with Dean's size. I didn't know if he was a big enough man for Kyle Dake. Now, when they got on the scale, they were within a kilo of each other. But I just share with you, there's a different size. There's a different muscle to a young man versus a full-grown man.
Absolutely. You got to see that a little bit with the push out. Dake just drove him to the ends and just pushed him out with just size. Right here, you see Dake pretty much get an elbow pass and hit him with a high crotch that pushes him out. There is a nice little knee pull, head inside high crotch right there, and he finishes it with the big throw that he has to reset to get the points that he's looking for.
That's experience.
Yes, because that's a good finish that Hamiti really complicated, and he had to restart it to get the points that he really wanted, because Hamiti didn't give it up the first time. We're going to see a more aggressive Hamiti, I'm sure, because if he sits back and allows Dake to do what Dake does, Dake's going to get whatever he wants. Nice shot right there by Dean.
This might be Dake's best position. This front chest wrap might be Dake's most successful scoring position.
Because he's so strong there. He pulls the guy right over top of his own offense, and it's hard to even try to think about a finish when you got that guy bearing down on that front headlock, that chest lock. He's going to lift you whichever way he wants. He can go right or he can go left. That position right there is so dangerous, and that's why I can see DJ holding for a stalemate and not trying to get too aggressive in that position.
You referenced David Taylor earlier. You referenced the relationship in the history between Kyle Dake and Dean's current coach, and I feel that that's definitely a position they would have worked on, and Dean stopped it. In on a shot, it's Kyle. He's got the 1.
That's the size of Dake right there. You saw it when he hit him. He just blew him off of his feet, knocked him back 3 feet, and almost didn't even have to finish to get him out of bounds, even though he did to get the extra point. Good shot right there by Dake, and Hamiti's got to do a much better job of being first.
This is what we call systematic. He is very disciplined, Kyle Dake. 1 point at a time. Score, reset.
Methodical, hand fight, beautiful shot. Methodical, hand fight, beautiful defense. It goes one in hand in each other, and we've been seeing it for years as we've been knowing Kyle Dake to be one of America's greatest ever. And there's a beautiful shot that Hamiti's in on, but he's got to have a good finish. He does. Oh, Dake's too strong. Gets the
and he pushed him out again.
Yeah,
wow.
His balance and his agility is just so unnatural. It is really unnatural to be able to do some of the things that Dake does in areas where you're definitely caught in the right. Your pants are down. He sometimes has a way to maneuver out of it and get big throws or big turns or big defenses often, and it's wild to see. It's so unnatural to see where he survives from.
And this isn't just a guy. Dean Hamiti is the reigning.
Look at that shot.
NCAA champion, and Kyle Dake has just taken him apart. I believe we are all done.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen.
But before I go up there, give me an idea. Who should Dake take on next? Let me go stir the pot a little bit.
Tell him to call out Jordan Burroughs.
I like that. I like that.
We got to get Burroughs in the Real American Freestyle, because Dake is making it look easy. That's the Dynamite Kid, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Dake gets it done here in Columbus. Gets himself another title, put that belt on that man. It's gonna be around his waist for a long time. Let's look at this shot right here. He went right leg, then he went to the left side finish. It was a low ankle that he finished with a double, and the moment he got to the side and got the two, he immediately went into the offense. Right up to you, Jazz, for the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tech fall and new Real American Freestyle Cruiserweight World Champion, Kid Dynamite, Kyle Dake!
Commissioner Nick Hogan strapping my man up, looking real good with the gold. I can't wait to see what he's got to say standing by with Chael.
All right, Kyle, it's got to be good to be King. King, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm just really excited to be here. It's a wonderful environment, best I've been able to wrestle in a long, long time. And I'm just really, really excited for Real American Freestyle Wrestling.
Please tell me a little bit about this weight class. Is this your weight class? You weighed in a kilogram under? Are you looking at 79, or are you staying right where you are?
I'm staying right where I am. I got a few things up my sleeve, but we'll get there.
All right, Kyle, they told me to put in your ear a call out, and they suggested Jordan Burroughs. I told them I would deliver the message.
Hey, I'm all about it. He was trying to get to me last year, couldn't get there. Maybe this is the time.
Kyle Dake, you are one of a kind. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your champion, Kid Dynamite, Kyle Dake.
That's right, Kid Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. You see him, you know him, you already know what he's about. Kyle Dake, the man right here, signing autographs, taking pictures, kissing babies, being the celebrity he is, being the man he deserves to be with this stage. We're here in Columbus, and we're excited about what we got going for Real American Freestyle. I knew that Chael was gonna stir this pot with him, but now you got to see what we got coming up. Let's look at the scene here in Columbus, Ohio. Beautiful night here, and we're excited about all this wrestling. A little summer night, what you got, Chael? He's one of the greats, man. You gotta know. Let's get it back up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cleveland, Ohio. Do you like it so far? Raise a little bit of hell tonight. Cleveland, Ohio, make some noise! Our next match will take place in the Real American Freestyle Middleweight Division. Please welcome to the mat, Alejandra Rivera. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WCW, TNA, WWE legend, and Hall of Famer, the CMO of Real American Freestyle, Eric Bischoff!
I didn't know Eric had a match tonight.
That's the man.
All right. Late yesterday afternoon, early evening, we've got some bad news. And that was from the NCAA letting us know that Kennedy Blades is not going to be able to participate tonight. I know. I felt the same way.
Damn, NCAA.
And then I thought, what would Hulk Hogan do? Remember Hulk Hogan and I had this little party we throw every Monday night. We kicked WWE's ass. It was called Nitro. And one of the things we were famous for at Nitro was a freaking surprise every now and then. And boy, does Real American Freestyle have a surprise for you.
baby. This is Real American Freestyle. We got the preacher starter ready to wrap it up, strap it up, give it back up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 3 periods in the Real American Freestyle middleweight division. Introducing on my left, she's wearing gray. She weighed in at 144.6 pounds. She is a 2-time world champion representative, a 2-time Pan-American medalist. Wrestling out of Querétaro, Mexico, introducing Alejandra Rivera. And now, her opponent. On my right, wearing blue, she weighed in at 144.5 pounds. She is an 18-time boxing world champion, a women's boxing Hall of Famer, former UFC bantamweight champion of the world, one of the most decorated female combat sports athletes in history. Ladies and gentlemen, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm. Your referee is Danielle Noble.
I cannot believe I am seeing Holly Holm in a singlet. So, Bubba, let's do the math real fast. She was out here as a training partner of Kennedy Blades. I saw her in the back warming Kennedy Blades up. It turns out Kenny was warming her up. Oh, my God!
Big move!
Oh, my God!
That's what Holly Holm does. She's got the biggest moves that you've ever seen in women's combat. She puts her right on her back, starts this match out the way the preacher's charter is supposed to start. She's a legend already.
Nobody would have believed it. If she would have pinned her, nobody would have believed. I could just see the internet ablaze.
This is amazing, Cam. Just look at this, Joe. We got Holly Holmes wrestling in front of Cleveland, Ohio, and we got Kennedy Blades in the corner. Kennedy Blades was supposed to be in this matchup, and they hit him with a little switcheroonie right now, and now we got Holly Holmes competing like she's always done in women's combat.
I'll tell you what, I'll whip Holly's ass, but I don't want to give her a 4-point lead. How would you want to close out a match on a 17-time world champion?
No, sir.
She's got 4 points?
That's amazing. And Holly Holmes is a big match girl. She likes the big scene. She don't care if it's underdog or not. I remember when she did the Ronda Rousey kick. This is equivalent. This is not her stage. The Mexican girl knows what she's doing. And for for Holly Holm to come out and hit her with that overhook and put her right to her back was exactly the big stage that we need and that she is.
I'm trying to process. And how long did Rivera know about this? I mean, I got to give Rivera credit, but if you get the notification that you're taking on Holly, who's a winner, who's a champion, whether she's competed in this sport or not, in all fairness, you're going to swallow a little bit deep.
Absolutely. And let's talk about Rivera here. Like you said, the matchup changed. She was going against a Kennedy Blades, and now she's got to get an awkward, a different. Don't get it twisted. It's different when you're not used to the normality of the wrestling responses. Holly Holm is going to respond like an MMA fighter, not so much like a wrestler. So the difference in finishes and differences in offense, it's quite awkward. So sometimes they get a little bit more sticky. Here, Holly Holm's going up top. She's got to be careful because she's really looking for it. Short time on the clock.
But I'm going to lose my mind if she scores from this position. I'm going to lose my mind.
She's trying it.
Get one.
Just push her over now. We can't be biased.
We can't do that. Come on. We're professionals. We cannot do that.
Run her to the line. Push her out. But man, this is just amazing. And us being OGs, we gotta be not biased.
All right, set me up here. What happened? What happened here?
She went for the shot. She got an underhook and threw it. We called it a cow catcher right there. If she would have kept her head, not the arm, she probably would have got the pin she needed. That arm is the reason why she got out. You see how it slides through. If she would have had the head, there would have been no rotation, and Holly Holmes would have been out of here already. But we got ourselves a barn burner in this second round.
The reason that takedown is 4 as opposed to 2, that was called feet to back, meaning Holly, who was on offense, was standing on her feet, took the opponent directly to her back. That is 4. Hey, that's one hell of a deficit.
And listen, if you need a start and you need a little bit of a cushion to get yourself comfortable, that's exactly what you want in the first 4 seconds. Watch out for the roll through. The roll through. The roll through. Holly Holm.
That's going to be 4-2.
With the headlock roll through.
But Rivera's going to get her 4.
Oh yeah. But that's a good trade. If I was Holly Holmes and I was already gone, I might as well get mine on the back end and try to get those coming back. Take a little bit off of the top of the takedown that she got.
That's right. A lead's a lead, don't stay on your back. I think Holly actually handled that very well.
But it's like you were explaining, feet to back, that's a 4-point move that she just scored.
My concern for Holly in this match would be if she gets taken down, that parterre position. But listen, Rivera's a little lost here. Bubba, one thing very hard to do is to wrestle the new guy, because he doesn't know how to wrestle. He doesn't give you the looks. He doesn't give you the feel.
That awkward response, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's just sometimes Holly's going to give you a different feel than your everyday Blades or your everyday natural wrestler. She's going to respond like the kickboxing world champion she is.
Now you give me the new guy, who's dog tough, strong as an ox, and in shape. This is a problem Rivera has found herself in.
She's got to watch that headlock, though. Holly Holmes punches that underhook real heavy, but that headlock is big! And she got hit with that headlock that I was saying. She's got to watch, but she's so strong! She battles through it! She battles through it and gets the points back. She just takes a little bit off the top. Whenever she gets hit with that 4-point move, which she has been hit with twice, she just takes a little bit off the top by getting it rolling through and getting those points on the other end.
Now my math is off here. This should be, in my mind, tied up.
Yes, I agree. 8-8, because she didn't just get a takedown.
Yes.
She got behind her and reversed her.
That's how I see it.
It's not just the 1 point that we used to have in freestyle. A takedown is 2 points, which I believe they're missing the score right here.
If they call that a reversal, we could be having a different conversation. Yeah, she's walking to the headlock. That's going to be 1 for Rivera. That doesn't actually change the action. Holly a moment ago needed a takedown. She still needs a takedown.
A little bit of a rookie mistake right there, being not having the knowledge and the experience on the edge right there. She just got a little bit careless and a little bit out of position and almost kind of walked her way out of bounds. It was almost like she gave up that point just because the balance was off.
All right, Joe Rogan just sent me a text. He said that you and I need to calm down. We're being biased. And he gave a couple of smile emojis, but I think the great Joe Rogan is right. We need to call this match, and we're a little lost in the excitement. What the hell Holly Holm's doing in a singlet?
Listen, if you was in this crowd and you could feel what we feel, you would be as excited as we are. To see that surprise come out and to be ready to go, that's exactly what all fans are waiting for.
Partner, she ain't been taken down yet. She hasn't had her legs attacked yet. It's been a head and arm.
Yeah,
Look at this.
The middle school takedown right there. That's what I call that head and arm. But that reversal is good money for her. They're probably telling her right now in the corner, Kennedy Blades is probably telling her, whenever you punch that underhook, you got to be careful of that headlock. It's coming. You got to sink down, maybe lock in the body, sink down, lock in the body, and really give it back to her, because that one right there was a clean, smooth, perfect headlock that all the best middle school kids throw.
Conceptually, I like what she's going for, because I believe Holly is trying to big body her and maybe get a push out. The problem when you do that and you show your head is the old school head and arm.
It's almost like the hand down, man down. Is head up, dead up. You got to see that action coming. And she's punching that underhook again, which is good offense. Now she's just got to be more detailed with her ideals of what she's trying to do when she gets there. It's a good match right here, and the crowd is still on the edge of their feet, because if we know anything about Holly Holmes, this 2-point lead is nothing. She can get them out there and really push the pace with her conditioning. This is the preacher's daughter we're talking about.
Hey, Rivera's a little bit lost. I mean, she's just not quite seeing her setup. You know, before you can get to a leg attack, you've got to process, and she's not finding that feel. She's not finding that setup, that 2-on-1, that slide by. A shot to a reshot, a pump fake to a shot.
Yeah, if I was Rivera, I would definitely be mixing up a lot more wrestling. The more we get to stare and look at each other, the less wrestling that's happening. And that's where Holly Holm is going to get that advantage. You hear the crowd rooting her on. They want these points from her.
I love this crowd. I hope we come back to Cleveland all the time. They are chanting, Holly, Holly.
50 seconds left in this. We've got to get it. Clay Guida in the corner over there, really trying to get his girl after it. Clay Guida with his Izzy style shirt, Kennedy Blades with the Izzy style. We got Izzy Martinez really represented here, and they want Holly Holm to go for it. I know that Izzy's somewhere in the back screaming, come on, Holly! Underhooks, double underhooks here. She's pushing it. We got 20 seconds. Let's see what happens here.
I like the theme. I'm not sure why we broke that action. I like the theme.
You feel that.
Bubba, when you come with those double underhooks and you go to do what we call jack somebody up, you got to commit to it. You got to go all the way. Holly's getting about 70% there. She needs to really lift her up.
And I can understand her only getting 70% because those headlocks have been deadly. So if she does it with 9 seconds left, she's really got to commit to something and be careful. 9 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Ah, that was a good showing by
I loved it
right there.
I loved every second of that match.
Every second of it.
Hey, Izzy's looking for the match. That was entertaining.
It was. It was. Standing ovation for Holly Holm right there. Wonderful showing by those two ladies out there. The women are putting themselves out on display tonight, and Real American Freestyle here in Columbus, Ohio. Up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 periods and a final score of 9-7, your winner, Alejandra Rivera.
Let's get it back up to Chael and see what he has to say to both of these contestants.
All right, I'm joined with your winner. Congratulations, Alejandra Rivera. How did it feel to beat the preacher's daughter?
Of course. Okay. Me siento muy emocionada, muy feliz, porque pues al final hice lo que sé, luchar. Y pues hubo un cambio de planes con mi primer rival, pero pues la lucha se dio. Al final de cuentas, soy muy feliz.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet. She just said how nice I looked in this suit, and she also commented that Holly did a great job. By the way, when did you find out about this match? How much notice were you given? When you found out Kennedy was out and Holly was in?
Please.
All right, we have a translator. I'm just wondering how long she had to know about this contest.
¿Cuánto tiempo tenías cuando te dijeron que vas a luchar con esta?
Fue el día de ayer. Well, yesterday?
Yesterday, she had one day. Alejandro, great match. Ladies and gentlemen, Alejandra Rivera. Now, Holly, if I may get a word, the preacher's daughter is wearing a singlet. A 17-time world kickboxing and boxing champion is wearing a wrestling singlet. Tell me what just happened.
Well, I gotta tell you right now, if you haven't followed, I've been back in the boxing ring. I haven't even wrestled in 7 months. So I was coming out here to watch Izzy Style, Kennedy Blades, Bill Woods, and these are people that are family to me. I love them, and I was coming to watch. And when I was on my way out here, it was kind of Izzy's like, hey, Kennedy, they blocked her from wrestling. You want to hop in? And I was like, and I was like, well, maybe. So it's been about 40 hours since we had that talk, and I said, you know what? If I wait till after this and I say no, I'm gonna regret it. I wanna do it, I wanna feel it, and I just wish I could've got a win for you guys tonight.
And Holly, if I can ask one question, you caught her right off the bat. You were up by 4 points. How was your adrenaline in that moment?
It was amazing, you know? If I can't have the win, at least I did some good things that I can learn from and some prideful moments I can have, and hopefully you all enjoyed the show. I was happy to be here in front of you, and what an honor to be on the mats today.
Ladies and gentlemen, 17-time world kickboxing and boxing champion, UFC champion, and RAF veteran. Please give it up for the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm.
That's right, the preacher's daughter, RAF veteran, 17-time world champion. That's right, the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm, man. We were so excited, so exuberant to see her come out here. She is a fan favorite. She is a legend. That was an amazing show that she put on. She almost got the victory. Let's get past it back up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WWE superstar, WWE Hall of Famer, and Olympic gold medalist, the one, the only, Kurt Angle!
Don't tell me Kurt's got a match, Bubba. Don't tell me Kurt's about to do a match.
Listen, they're bringing all the stops out tonight.
What the hell just happened?
This is sports entertainment, baby. This is wrestling.
Right.
Of course we got Kurt Angle. This is wrestling.
Straight up, did you know?
No, I didn't know
either. She was in the back. I saw her in the back. All right. Is this Kurt's moment? Look at this guy. Hey, he's looking pretty lean right now.
Yeah, he's looking like he's coming over here to us. That's it, Kurt Angle. You the man, Angle. You the man. It's true. It's true.
It's true. We got greatness in the building. Kurt, this seat is for you. Please join us. And by the way, roots, Kurt Angle.
I am back home, gentlemen. I'm so excited about tonight, and I'm glad I'm out here with two of the best in the business, Joe Sonnen and Bubba Jenkins.
Please tell me what you thought when Holly Holm just made that walk. Hey, what's up, Mark Coleman, the Hammer? Look
Mark
at this.
Coleman, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you, man.
We got Mark Coleman in the building. What's up, my man? A legend. A legend.
By the way, did you guys ever cross paths? Mark was the Olympian in 92.
We went at it many times.
You were the Olympian in 96.
95, 96, yeah, we went at it.
All right, you must tell me, what just happened? The preacher's daughter just had a 4-point lead over the Mexican national champion.
I don't know, man. It was incredible. This girl, I heard she never had a wrestling match before in her life.
Man, she's a UFC
I know she
champion.
trained wrestling, but yeah, she's UFC champion. We know that, but to go out there and compete at that level and do that well, that was incredible.
And the energy in the room, the energy from the crowd.
Everybody
scene.
loved it. I know.
All right, we're ready for our next feature. As a 3-time All-American at Cornell and Michigan, Jacob Cardenas established himself as one of the best amateur wrestlers in the country over the last 4 years. Now the young man, who many considered as an underdog tonight, faces a seasoned MMA professional in one of the biggest moments of his career.
Just the event in itself it's a big opportunity. There's a lot of fans coming in, a lot of cameras on me. I wouldn't say Bo Nickal specifically brings a lot of emotion or attention to it. I think it's more just atmosphere as a whole. I'm really excited for. So, I know it's a big arena and big event, but I'm trying to treat it, as small as possible for my own sake. It'll be great. I was just saying before, this is the first ever event. It's kind of like when you look back at UFC 01 and it's like, wow, they're at UFC 317 right now or whatever they're at. So, being the champ, first ever match, in history, first ever champ, light heavyweight champ, that's something I'm gonna be really proud of for sure. Can't give away my game plan right now, but he should expect, me coming out there, go out to fight. I should expect him to do the same thing. I think it's what he said. He's going out there to bring it. So, obviously I'm gonna bring it as well. What are we here for? So. It's whatever. There's got to be odds for every match anyways, right? So no matter underdog or favorite, it's cliche to say, but it really doesn't matter. Sure, underdog, I guess is better anyways, because if I win, that's bet on me, you'll win some money. So right now I'm pretty calm. I guess you never know until I get there. But I've been in pretty big stages before, the NCAAs, the World Championships. It's not something that's raw to me. It's not a new experience. This is a new experience for sure, this event. But cameras, I think I do a pretty good job of dialing that out when the time comes. It's just business. When it's time to get to work, I like to put points on the board. So I think I'm pretty aggressive. I like to be kind of a jerk out there sometimes, not intentionally, but hit him with a couple blast doubles in the face. It will never hurt nobody. So yeah, I think they should expect a dogfight for sure. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go out there, put my all into it no matter what, so.
Excited for Jacob Cardenas. We're going to see him go against Bo Nickal, and he's got the size in this matchup, so I'm excited to see what Bo Nickal's got. When Bo Nickal graduated from Penn State in 2019, the 3-time NCAA champion had added his name to the long legacy of Nittany Lion wrestling greats. Now, after an MMA career on the grand stage of the UFC, Nickal returns to the wrestling mat for the first time in 4 years to see if the song remains the same.
I absolutely did not need to come back to wrestling. I chose to. I'm fighting MMA currently, and I'm at the top of my game, so I can continue to climb up that mountain. This isn't about nostalgia for me. This was a choice, and it goes back to my roots and my love for the sport.
Being a part of Real American Freestyle is wrestling history. I think a lot of the wrestlers like Bo Nick want the opportunities that they're getting.
Here's the problem. He's been removed from the sport. Like, you kind of have these old memories of these great times, and you could whip everybody in America.
3-time individual national champion, Dan Hodge Trophy winner, U23 world champion, Big Ten Athlete of the Year. But I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish. I didn't see the opportunities in wrestling that excited me.
I don't believe that Bo Nickal abandoned the sport of wrestling to go to MMA. I believe the sport of MMA gave him the opportunity that now wrestling is giving other wrestlers.
Can you do both? I don't actually know the answer to that question. This is one of the first times we're gonna see somebody that tried. Bo Nickal, who's as good of a wrestler as I have ever seen, might go out there and get crushed. What I'm not sure Bo is aware of is what a massive target he's got on his forehead. He needs to be more prepared for this match than any other match he's ever had, in my opinion.
Coming back, my first match in 4 years is a big challenge. But at the same time, I've had a decade and a half in the sport, so I don't think about what I'm gonna do. I just go do it.
Because he's a big star now in the UFC, doesn't change the fact that he's supremely talented as a wrestler. I think you can have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, this is exciting. Look at this, Cleveland, Ohio. We got everybody in the building, and we got to check out the tale of the tape between Cardenas and Nickal. What do you see here, Jill?
I asked a man called AJ Ferrari that very question. I said, break this down for me. He said, listen, Cardenas is a 3-time age group world champion. Bo was a gold medalist. Cardenas is a 4-time All-American. Bo is a 3-time champion. This is a pick-em on paper.
Back to you, Jess.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is for the Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight World Championship. Let's bring out your wrestlers. Please welcome Jacob Cardenas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, Bo Nickal!
Got a reputation, dude. He's no stranger to the spotlight. He hails from that New Jersey powerhouse program, Bergen Catholic, Jack. And when he hit that mat, the whole state had to stand back because he became a 2-time state champion, brother. But he didn't stop there. He took it all the way to the University of Michigan. And let me tell you something, they called him the nervous snapper, but when he woke up, Jack, he was putting the hurt on everybody in his path. That's why he became a 2-time NCAA All-American, brother. And now the whole world better be watching, because standing before you with his muscles bulging out of his singlet, dude, one of the best wrestlers in the entire world, I give you Jacob Cardenas, brother. Well, let me tell you something, brother. It's time for big-time Bo, dude. Standing at 6'1", 185 pounds of pure mania, this man learned it all, Jack, down at American Top Team. He's not just an MMA competitor, brother. He's a real American freestyler, dude. And when he strapped on those blue and white colors at Penn State, the whole Big Ten had to bow down because he was named Athlete of the Year in 2019. And if that wasn't enough for you, let me lay it on you nice and heavy. This man is a 3-time NCAA Division I national champion, dude. So what you gonna do, world? when Bo Nickal and the power of Real American Freestyle run wild on you.
Your referee for this match is Nick Mancini.
That was amazing. Hearing Colt's voice. Hulkamania in town tonight, baby. We got some good stuff going on.
Kurt, what are you feeling right now? This is a big match.
This is a big match, and I'm not sure who's going to win this. Bo Nickal has been out a few years, and Jacob Cardenas has had invaluable experience last year. He's wrestled so many matches, and I just don't know. You know, if Bo Nickal wouldn't have left wrestling, I would have picked him hands down winner. But right now, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, and I think Cardenas actually has a little bit of the size advantage, you know? He's got that big old back, those thick legs, and he just seems to be a little bit bigger than Bo Nickal right now.
He has those 20-inch pythons like Hulk Hogan.
That's right, and I love his level change. He keeps dropping down, and he's strong there, you know? He's not really dropping down to get caught in the front headlock. He level changes, and every now and then, if you don't change, when he drops down, he'll sting you with a nice little double leg or something.
He has some really good low-level attacks. He's really good at a low single, extremely great on his feet.
Yeah, but I think he's got to be patient. What do you think, Joe? He's got to be patient against a Nickal?
I fully agree with that, and I also think that conditioning's a factor. I'm trying to figure out, guys, does MMA conditioning, a 15-minute match, a 25-minute match, for example, does it translate to a positive environment? 6, Holly Holm kind of showed it did.
Yep, she did, but I wouldn't compare them. It's really difficult. You're talking about 6 minutes of wrestling, and it's more of a sprint. You know, the UFC or MMA, the 15 minutes is sprint jog. So, absolutely. You know, you're going at different levels.
Speaking of sprint jog right here, we got 10 seconds of Cardenas being on the shot clock. He's got to score. They're going to give Bo Nickal that 1-point advantage for not being that active. Here comes a big throw by Bo. He's going for it.
He tried it.
Short time on the clock of the second of the shot clock, so he's got the 1 point that he wants, but he's looking for the 3 right here.
It's a partial effort. I think he's doing it more as a setup because he's getting ready to spin behind. The referee blows it dead. For me, guys, this was the main event. For me, this is the one I really wanted to see. I think the future of this weight class in Real American Freestyle greatly hinges on the outcome of this battle.
What was your matchup of the night, Engel?
My matchup of the night was definitely this.
Oh, that duck right there, beautiful.
They're both extremely talented individuals, and I would have said Wyatt Hendrickson, but you know, Mustafa Elders, he's pretty good wrestler. He's from Egypt, and he's in the Olympics. But I think this is a much more competitive match.
Yeah, well, I got to get to see my match of the night, and I think it might actually be the performance of the night when we had Wick and Nolf. That was such an amazing match, and they went back and forth.
Don't count out Holly Holm.
You're right, Kurt. Let's look at this replay right here, how Bo gets in on this shot. It's a duck under, not even touching the leg. He kind of clears the tie, slides under that armpit. It's not a super duck that everyone's looking for.
Oh, this is a Kurt Angle duck right here. I used to hit this all the time where he didn't even touch the guy.
That's that Kurt right there. And he didn't go high crotch or grab the leg. He kind of went around the waist.
Well, right around the corner. Turned the corner, and he took him down.
That's right. You normally go around the leg. That's a little different in our school.
Yeah, a little bit different, yes.
He immediately went for that top rack, but this is right here, right where he wants to be as far as being in the control. Nickal's got a 3-point lead, doesn't got to do much, already had Cardenas on the shot clock, and he's in control where he wants to be.
You know, surprisingly, Bo Nickal in college had 60 pins. He's a pinning machine, and I can tell you this.
Oh, good double leg. Good double leg right there. He's just got to push him out to get a point, but Bo has got some good hips, and that's going to be charged.
Oh,
he gave him one?
Give him the point, yes.
Which I think he deserved. He worked for that.
Yes, he did.
I agree.
Beautiful shot.
Kurt, to your point on Bo Nickal being a pinner, he had a pin in the NCAA final. It won the entire team race for Penn State. Very big deal, very tricky, but it's...
Can't ask for anything better than that.
That's exactly right. You should have seen. Cael Sanderson was very proud. I think it was maybe Bo's proudest moment. Bo's coming off the first loss of his MMA career.
Yes.
Big risk in taking on this young buck. What do you suppose the motivation for Bo Nickal was?
I think he really, truly wanted to come back to wrestling. He saw an opportunity to make money, which the reason why he went to MMA is not just because of the love for it, but he was making more money. Now he has the opportunity to make money here, and he's doing what he loves to do, and I think it's awesome.
Absolutely. He's here and heavy in the tie-up, and he's controlling the tie-up with Cardenas. I would think Cardenas would try to push more action together to get Bo off of those responses that he's normally used to. He's responding as a mixed martial artist as of lately. If Cardenas can mix it up, he might be able to get him to respond as a wrestler.
Ooh,
and
slick.
there's that same shot, that duck under, that Kurt Angle duck right there. It is beautiful. He's just clearing the tie, getting his head under that armpit, and switching his stance with his feet to really slipping under there. And that's a beautiful shot by Bo.
That wasn't a technique that Bo turned to that often in college. I'm very surprised to see this be his bread and butter tonight. A bit of a surprise factor. If it's surprising me, a viewer, imagine being Cardenas.
Absolutely. I've seen that exact shot from Jason Nolf, though. That's in the Penn State arena.
I think what he did is he found Jacob Cardenas' weakness, his weak side. He does the duck under to the weak side, and it's working.
Absolutely. He's so heavy on that left side tie-up, and he believes that he's comfortable with Bo Nickal tying up on the outside. Bo switches that tie-up real quick and gets under that armpit, and now we got a 3-point lead by Bo. What is Kevin Jackson telling him in the corner right here as he's looking to see that he's got that push out, but he just quite didn't finish it the way he wanted?
Well, he's telling him he's got to catch up, man. He's behind by 3 points, and that's a lot of points when you're at this level.
Absolutely. Good shot right there. Good wrestling. Bo has still got what it takes to get the job done. Cardenas has got to mix it up and really confuse Bo Nickal, who's been in every match you can think of. Snapped out there for Bo Nickal. He's looking to be heavy-handed right here. He's got the outside tie-up, and that's what Cardenas is feeling comfortable with, because as soon as he clears that tie-up, Cardenas is falling over himself, and that's what's getting Bo Nickal under that armpit, under that duck area. He's really got to change up that tie-up if he wants to stay in this match and get to the offense that he needs.
Yeah, he keeps going back to what is not working for him.
And it's the same setup. If Bo Nickal takes that right arm off and looks to do a somewhat of a sweep towards that left low ankle and ducks under that right side, he's going to hit him with the same exact shot, with the same setup, and I'm almost willing to bet it's going to be the same exact results.
For the third time.
Guys, I can see the frustration on Cardenas. He is in this match. His conditioning's there. His strength is there. He's trying to solve this puzzle. He's lost. Bo Nickal's giving him an interesting tie-up. Bo Nickal's moving in an interesting way.
But he's also on the shot clock right now, so he'll get a point if Bo Nickal doesn't do anything in the next 15 seconds, but he also might have an opportunity if Bo Nickal tries this shot clock a little bit harder. Oh, beautiful ankle.
That was beautiful.
And he's going to an ankle lace. He's got it locked up. He's got to complete it. Beautiful ankle shot right there. He's got a nice, powerful body lock. He's looking to turn him. He's looking to turn him. Oh, the reversal. Bo Nickal with the reversal, kept him on his back. He's got a lock up here. He's going to be looking to get some turn. He's going into a headed arm. There's a little bit of mixed martial arts going on here.
That's where being a cagey veteran comes in. Bo Nickal saw that coming, made Cardenas think he could get the gut wrench.
And his experience as being a pinner is coming into effect right now.
You know what he does, Kurt Angle. You know what he does, Chael Sonnen. You know what he's looking for. He's going to squeeze, and try to elevate and get this pin the way he's always done in the college career.
Oh, he's tapping out.
Good showing by these two fellas right here. Wonderful matchup.
Wow. That's a big deal. Cardenas is a little lost.
He had a nice tight waist right here, was looking to turn him over, and that one mistake was really, that was what he was going for. He realized when he didn't get that big toss, it was going to be a problem. He was going to have to fight off his back. Let's get up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 periods and a final score of 6-4, your winner and new Real American Freestyle Light Heavyweight World Champion, Nickal!
Commissioner Nick Hogan with the belt presentation. That's a really beautiful belt right there. You see that, Kurt? It's so shiny.
How could I get one of those?
Man, listen, you got to get over there against Tito Ortiz and maybe we'll get you one.
This way, champ, I got to tell you, bro. Hey, that was awesome, awesome. Duck unders, awesome.
awesome execution. How did it feel to return to the wrestling mat?
Man, I feel pretty, slow and sluggish out there, but hats off to Jacob. He's a great competitor, tough wrestler, multiple-time world medalist, and I'm just happy to be back in the sport that I started out in. My first match in 4 years, so, plan on doing a lot more, and maybe we can get some parterre goes in, because I still feel pretty fresh, so.
I appreciate that. It looked as though he was trying to gut wrench and you lured him in. It looked as though you knew you were going to reverse that position. Could you tell me a little about that spot?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, film study, he loves gut wrench to his right. I seen him hit it in the world finals, and so I knew he was going to go hard for it. And I just, got tricky hips. I'm a tricky guy. I think had that been earlier in the match, maybe I could have gone for the pin, but, I was slipping a little bit, so I just held him on his back for the last 20 seconds or so.
All right, I've spoken to Bischoff, I've spoken to Izzy, I even spoke to Chad. They all got one question. Is this one and done, or will Bo Nickal be back?
No shot. I love this. I'm here for a while. I'm going to get a lot of matches in. And, I think I'm the Deion Sanders of combat sports. I can do multiple sports. I can go out there and compete at the highest level in multiple disciplines. I got this belt. I'm coming for that UFC belt. And there's going to be a lot of winning in my future.
Outstanding job. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Bo Nickal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz.
All right, so I've been watching Chael here doing great commentating. Good job tonight. I appreciate that. So my birthday, you pinned me. But I made him tap the last time we fought. But all you guys who are Democrats, you believe the bullshit, so I understand it. But we're 1-1. I've been watching this thing through the night. Thank every one of you guys for being here tonight. It's been an amazing job. All the wrestlers have put on an amazing job. I want an opportunity to do another match.
All right.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. I've been retired for 3 years, and I've been coaching high school wrestling. I've been coaching kids a little better than you. I get it.
You want to go one more?
I think me and you should actually do a match here at RAF. You're a great announcer. You're actually leaving tomorrow to do a submission match, which I get it, which I respect that. I hate you. That just personal to me. Excuse my language. Apologize, children. Apologize. I gave you an opportunity to apologize after our last fight, and you didn't. Man to man. Next, RAF, number 2, Tito Ortiz, Chael Sonnen, here in a wrestle match. I don't have to choke you. I don't have to punch in your face. I don't have to elbow in your face. We can do your style type of. Can we be a collegiate wrestler myself?
Can we wrap this up?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my response would go like this, with a little bit of space. You look good. By the way, you do look good.
Yes, sir.
I'm picturing myself on Fox Nation, okay? I come on there and they're saying, oh my God, that's him. That's Chael Sonnen, one of the greats ever.
The biggest mouth of the West.
And then they turn around and they say, that's 210 pounds of monkey crap. And they ask me who you are.
Yep.
And I say, show some respect. That man is named Tito Ortiz.
Yep. 5-time world champion, Hall of Famer, something you've never done in your life.
I'm actually in the Hall of Fame.
Yep, that's okay. I understand it. But you know what? You actually got a great mouth. So the last time you said that, which was my wife, my girlfriend, made more money than with their mouth. You actually make great money for your mouth. You never won a world title. You never won a great fight. But I remember being in, after Baron Stan's fight, and I told you, talk the talk and you can walk the walk. And you did it after that. But you know what? So I gave you some advice, and the advice you took was great. Chael,
Tito, can we please
the next one?
Could we wrap?
I'm gonna fucking smash you, so it's good.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I feel inclined to tell you that that drunk rambling fool was a man named Tito Ortiz. And once upon a time on his birthday, I pinned him, and it sounds as though I'm going to have to pin him again. Tito, I accept.
Yeah, that was awesome. He says, Tito, I accept. That was a loud call-out. Challenge accepted, ladies and gentlemen. We got Tito Ortiz versus Chael Sonnen, and I love the lead up to it. I thought we was going to get some furniture moving. I thought they was going to get their feet hot out here. What do you think about that, Kurt?
O2, RAF O2, Chael Sonnen and Tito Ortiz, they're going to go at it. Is this really happening?
It's hard to back down at this point. I don't know how you come on TV and you say yes. What would I tell my mother? Kurt, as long as I'm on this earth, any man, anytime, any rule set.
Any man, anytime, any rule set. All right, well, we got still more wrestling here. Mustafa Elders established his legacy as a member of Egypt's 2024 Olympic team. Now he faces a man in Wyatt Hendrickson, who shocked the world in 2025 with arguably the greatest upset in wrestling history. Tonight, Elders looks for an upset of his own and one that would announce his arrival as a dominant force in Real American Freestyle.
In terms of the Olympic Games and being African champion, a tournament like this takes 4 years to prepare for, 4 years of hard work, dedication, persistency, training. In the African Games, you're representing yourself, your country, everything you came from. And looking at RAF, when you compare that to those two, this is something new, something completely out of the ordinary, something that I truly believe will take freestyle wrestling to the next level. First impressions are wow. I'm not only proud of myself, but proud of my team, and I'm ready to win. I think already pre-match, I should be pretty surprised coming in from a lower weight class. Not only be willing, but be ready to fight and compete in a higher weight class. It's no longer the same game. Wyatt may have a massive popularity here in the US, but I also carry an immensely high regards coming from Egypt with my style, my training, and preparation for the 2028 Olympics. As I mentioned before, the opponent makes no difference. I'm here to wrestle my style, my way, and I'm here to win. It's never about my opponent. It's always me against me. No matter who it is, no matter who I'm wrestling against, no matter who the opponent, whether favorite to win, favorite to compete, it all comes down to me and my training and my preparation.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into the weight room of Wyatt Hendrickson, a heavyweight champion in every sense of the word. Wyatt Hendrickson turned the collegiate wrestling world upside down when he defeated the legendary Gable Stevenson to win the 2025 NCAA heavyweight title in March. Now he arrives at a Real American Freestyle, looking to establish himself as the biggest dog in the Real American Freestyle yard.
I think obviously being on the world team is a big stepping stone, and with that, there's gonna be a lot of great competitors that I have to face and defeat. So obviously winning this match tonight is gonna be another big step forward. Obviously beating an Olympian is gonna be a good stepping stone, but also we have Worlds coming up, and if I could be going into the Olympics with a world medal, that's obviously gonna mean something as well. So I'm excited to wrestle. I've been doing this my entire life. He just better be ready. I got heavy hands. I have an attitude of a champion. I have the heart of a warrior. And my opponents, they can feel that. And that's something that, even when I was in my earlier days and I was facing the big guy on campus, I'm like, man, that's just not fun to wrestle. So it's difficult to wrestle against me just because you can just sense my confidence. You can feel my attitude as soon as I step onto that mat. If anyone's ever seen me wrestle, they know that I'm going to give them a good show. They know there's going to be a lot of points scored. They know there's going to be a lot of action. So I think don't expect anything different tonight. Obviously, I still want to wrestle a smart match. It's important that I got to stick to the basics and be smart, but at the same time, I love having fun. If there's anyone you want to watch have a good time when they wrestle, it's probably going to be me, because I'm not afraid to give a little bit or take a little bit. It's always going to be more risk for more reward, but that's just the way I do it. Obviously, before the NCAAs, we were grinding in the room for 9-10 months ahead of time, and we've just kept that going. So there's nothing we need to change. We know what we're doing works. Obviously, we saw that at the NCAA tournament. So I feel like, we've started a snowball, we pushed, and now it's a big snowball, but now we're going down the end of the mountain, like there's no stopping it. Winning is inevitable.
Tell of the take right here. We got Hendrickson and Elders. What are you seeing right here?
First off, I gotta tell you, Wyatt goes from 4th in the country, Kurt, 1 year at Oklahoma State. Is he the top guy in the world? Maybe. He just beat the Olympic champion.
Well, he beat the Olympic champion, then he won the U.S. Open, then he won Final X. He's wrestling in the World Championships next month, and he might medal there, and he'll be on his way to the 2028 Olympics looking for a gold medal.
And guys, our team has been saving before the main event, but we want to give a shout out and a thank you to Nick Khan, Ed Hauser, and the entire WWE team. This wouldn't be possible. The great Kurt Angle wouldn't be sitting with us if it wasn't for all of them. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Back it up to you, Jazz. Main event of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is in the Real American Freestyle Unlimited Heavyweight Division for the World Championship. Please welcome to the mat, Mustafa Elders. And his opponent, here is Wyatt Hendrickson.
Captain America, if there ever was one. Draped in the red, white, and blue. Was given permission to do this match 72 hours ago by the President of the United States. That is not a political statement, that is a fact.
You think he's Trump's favorite? You think he's Trump's favorite? He
Trump called him my big guy.
Man, he did his big one in front of Trump, that national championship.
Well, you know something, Cleveland? The whole world, brother, they're talking about this man's opponent. Dude, at just 27 years old, jacked to the max. He's competed, he's won, and he's made it to the big time, brother. And let me tell you something, man. This dude's been training like a wild animal, brother. And at 215 pounds of pure bulk, he went all the way to the 2024 Olympic Games, Jack. And now he's stepping into this ring, brother. And dude, you don't want to take a walk on the wild side with a two-time senior African champion, man. So what you gonna do, brother, when Mustafa Elders runs wild on you in Cleveland, Jack? Well, let me tell you something, brother. This next man is a real American, Jack. He got his start at the Air Force Academy at 6'2" and weighing 250 pounds. This dude is pure, unstoppable, heavyweight power.
Wyatt Hendrickson.
At Oklahoma State, he didn't just wrestle, he dominated, brother, taking home the 2025 NCAA National Championship. So what you gonna do when Wyatt Hendrickson runs wild on you?
Your referee for this match is Nick Mancini.
All right, we're gonna get the big moves, moving some furniture around here. Let's go. Wyatt in Paris. Let's see who's got it tonight.
Wyatt and Mustafa, this is an interesting one. It's interesting that you had a Freudian slip there when you say Paris because he's here and he weighed in. But this is the match
that was
they went with.
That's right. This is exactly what we're going to get right here with Wyatt and Mustafa. A replacement in Paris who Mustafa was saying he would possibly be ready for, and that's what the matchup was. But he's excited to have America's best in front of him in Wyatt Hendrickson.
Kurt, we have an American world team member yet to debut in the World Championships against an Egyptian Olympian. This is a big match. Oh, my goodness.
My gosh.
If he can circle
that is it. Oh.
Did you see that power and agility?
Wow, he stopped him dead in his tracks.
Guys, I don't understand. He was 4th in the NCAA, and now he's the guy to beat on earth in 12 months. I'm not joking, but like, what happened? Kurt, I would like a turnaround like that. How does this happen?
I will tell you this, Wyatt Hendrickson is so aggressive. He's so aggressive, great on his feet. And the thing is, we haven't even seen it yet. His gut wrenches are incredible. This guy hits gut wrenches left and right. He hits them on just about everybody. And
Mustafa's looking for a front headlock. That was a good changeover. Good changeover right there by Hendrickson. And that's over. Ladies and gentlemen, is that over expeditiously?
One ref called a fall. The other ref called passivity. I believe we are 8-0. I don't believe we're done.
And Wyatt Hendrickson, like I said before, he's very aggressive, great on his feet. But Mustafa Elders, he's very passive. He stays in a defensive position because he wants his opponent to attack him, then he responds.
Yeah, well, it looked like he was attacking as Wyatt was on the edge, and then he made a move, and Wyatt was on top of him, putting him on his back. That's some kind of agility from that big boy right there that I have never really seen at that level. You know, to see him move on the edge with his heels on the line like that and capitalize on that position is nothing but remarkable.
Hey, do you guys remember the time that we all showed up to a wrestling event that Hulk Hogan was putting on, and Holly Holm walked out? Do you guys remember when that happened? I'm still stuck on it.
It's a dream come true. That's what it was. But we got the All-American right here, and he's trying to get big right here with this double leg.
See, that's just stuff heavyweights don't do. That was a frog shot from his knees to a double leg.
Well, he's looking for a cradle right here. I know David Taylor's gotten him on that cradle with those hooks right here. He's definitely got a takedown.
That's it, guys. It's over.
No, that wasn't it. That's the end of the round right there.
2 points.
No, they give it into the round.
Yeah, well, you got to know whether you are on the mat with the clock and everything like that. We actually didn't get to see the time, but he should have known. Look right there where he reverses this position. It looked like he was going for a lat drop, and then he just turns around and pushes that out. And then he goes with the barrel roll from bottom, which you don't see often in freestyle, because those guys can normally get confused with the points because of this front headlock that Gaber's trying to throw right here.
I was impressed the referee did see that correctly.
And that was the right way to call it because he initiated that offense. And here, the jump over and changing sides, getting him on his back. Hendrickson is wrestling like he wants to show the world that he has a real message and a real American freestyle is his home.
The way he's wrestling, I think he might win the World Championships this year.
Yes.
Not just medal, but win it.
Yes.
This is a good warm-up and a good test to the world and a good statement to the world.
Gentleman named Petra Zavili is out there, the Georgian. That is who Gable beat, just to remind you guys, with 0.2 of a second left. He's still out there, but he's watching Wyatt, and I can assure you he's not excited for it.
Some big motion here, some big movements here. They're both looking for something. It's going to be short and quick right here because they're both looking at that anticipation of pressure. You can see them pushing into each other. They're close to the edge, and something's got to give with this type of motion. And there it was. There's something that Mustafa Kamhang has had on. He didn't get shut out, but he's got to pick something up.
You know, it's crazy. Mustafa is actually a pretty damn good wrestler. And having Wyatt Hendrickson dominate him tonight is just unbelievable.
It's a statement from Hendrickson. Oh, good shot right there. Didn't have to hit his knees. A lot of times you're going to see that shot a couple times earlier tonight. They hit their knees. These big boys didn't have to get that roll. It was a good defense by Mustafa, just getting his forehead into action. But real work from Hendrickson right here. That's a slip by Mustafa because he really was trying to go for it, but they'll reward Hendrickson.
All right, if they confirm two. All right, no, we still got a point here.
10-1, yes.
Like I said, it was a slip, and that's where that's why they threw the points out there because they believe their opponent, their wrestler slipped.
Kurt, you remember the experience of the mighty Bruce Baumgartner. You remember the sheer size of Stephen Neal passed on to Kerry McCoy. What is it? I mean, I look at Wyatt Hendrickson, I'm seeing a regular guy.
You know what? I don't know what it is about him that makes him Superman, because he doesn't look like Bruce. He doesn't look like Stephen Neal. Bruce was a big, burly guy. Stephen Neal was an incredible athlete. This guy looks like a normal guy you see every day. He's actually bigger, though, but he's a normal guy, and he looks like Superman out there.
People will tell you your whole life that attitude determines your altitude, but I don't know if I've ever seen that be more obvious than Wyatt.
I agree with you, Joe.
Oh!
Big bump right there. You knew it was coming.
Gentlemen, it was nice seeing you both, and what an evening we have, and that is a
a stamp on that one and left him in the mat. USA got the chance going.
Go get him, Wyatt.
Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. Hendrickson gets the win. Tech fall, could have pinned him, it looked like earlier, but he's gonna get out of here with that heavyweight belt and a win in RAF 1, Real American Freestyle. Up to you, Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 52 seconds left in period number 2, the final score 14-1, your winner by tech fall and new RAF Unlimited Heavyweight World Champion, Captain America, Wyatt Hendrickson.
Commissioner Hogan, I'm strapping him up with the belt with that nice hardware. Let's see what Chael's got to say. Let's see what Wyatt's got to say to Chael. This should be a good one. Back to you, Chael.
Oh, Captain America, I've got to tell you, please walk me through this. You were 4th in the NCAA. You're now the top guy in the world. It's only been 14 months. How did you do this?
I think what I've really learned is that the muscle up here is the strongest thing you got. And so I know I had what it took, but breaking through that mental barrier was big for me. So at Oklahoma State, the coaches, they were on me. They were keeping me honest with my technique, making sure I was being smart. And so when I walked on to the biggest stage in NCAAs, I was ready to go. I knew what it felt like. I knew what it was going to take to win.
The World Championships are coming up in a month. Kurt Angle has put you as the favorite. He has said, I believe this man is going to beat Petra Vasily, and I believe he's going to be the world champion. Is he correct?
He's a smart man. He's a smart man, that's for sure. Obviously, I've dedicated my life to this sport. The fans are the best. They're the reason that keeps me going. I want to inspire the youth so that when I'm gone, we got some more national champions. We got some more Captain Americas stepping up that want to represent their country.
Wyatt, you were awesome. You were here because the President of the United States gave you clearance. That's a true story, not a political statement. How did that feel?
I'm very grateful to have such a great commander-in-chief that supports not only myself, but obviously the men and women that serve this great country in the armed forces, and obviously he loves the great sport of wrestling, so what else do you want?
All right, you've taken about almost everyone in the world. You took out everybody in America with one exception, Mason Parris.
If you want it, come and get it, baby. Come and get it.
Something tells me he wants it. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain America. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, if you ask and you shall receive. No, this was not predetermined. Mason Parris, welcome. I know you respect what you just saw, but please respond. You were the #1 guy in the country. You took the year out. He is now ranked #1, but that contest never happened.
Yeah, I'll give Wyatt his flowers for the NCAA tournament this year. You know, winning tonight against a guy that was 50 pounds lighter than him. But I'm back. I'm taking over the world, not just in the U.S., but the entire world. I'm taking that world championship next year, that Olympic champ in 2028. I'm ready. Let's go.
Mason, I know you've stepped off the stage, but do you care to respond? You've got the belt. You're showing him. If we could please have a face-off with Izzy Martinez, this match is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Parris, #1 guy in the country, retired. Wyatt has taken it over. That's not what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner. Why am I in the middle of this? Wyatt Hendrickson.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Captain America. Wyatt Hendrickson gets it. Gets called out by Parris. We're going to see that fight. We're excited for it. That's a matchup that everybody wants to see. That's going to dream match. That's going to put some holes in the wall around that kitchen. That is amazing right there. And yes, we had you in there playing referee a little bit.
What was going on? Captain America came back in the ring, and all of a sudden he's pissed off. Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden got angry-faced. Old Chael was in the middle.
Whoa, you started that fight.
Yeah, I did.
I deserved it. Come up.
I deserved it. But I didn't think he would do it. He was looking all nice. He was shining his belt. All of a sudden, he's on the stage.
Man, that was a great showing and a capful night. That was a good cap for the end of the night. We started off with all action, and we got the performance of the night from one of the matchups that I wanted to see in Evan Wick beating Jason Nolf. Look at this wrestling right here. It was an up and down match going back and forth. Wick started out strong, Nolf came back, and Wick had to get a little bit to get enough in there. What do you think about that?
Dare I tell you, that was one of the most enjoyable wrestling matches I've ever seen. I don't say that with exaggeration. This thing went back and forth. Last year's number 2 versus this year's number 2. Young versus old, I thought it had everything.
Jason Nolf, I've been a huge fan of mine his whole entire career. For Wick to beat him tonight, it blew my mind. Blew my mind.
It was big, and we got to see a lot of people wrestle tonight, but it's all about those gold belts that they're strapped up with, looking handsome in the cage with Eric, on the mats with Eric, with Chad, with Commissioner Hogan. Look at them boys and girls looking beautiful with their gold belts on. I gotta get one of those. I heard you got a matchup that might get you one of those.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Kurt, how do you feel? You won the Olympics, you won the Worlds, you won the NCAA, so you're in a little bit different position, but when you see something like this, is there a part of you that's envious, that takes you back to the 90s?
Very, very jealous. I would have loved this. If we had this back when I was wrestling, I would have stayed in it another 4 years, and I would have tried out for the next Olympics. But I'd be making some money here in RAF, winning some titles, and winning the next gold medal in 2000. So I would have absolutely loved this. This would have been awesome. It would have pushed my WWE career back further, but I would have absolutely loved it.
Eric Bischoff, Chad Bronstein, of course, Hulk Hogan, and Izzy Martinez had a vision, and they made it come true. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, guys, this is the picture. Who would have thought? Live on Fox Nation, streaming in a sold-out arena in Cleveland, Ohio, the three of us would be together calling freestyle wrestling.
This was a huge success tonight, guys. Big time.
And we want to thank you, Kurt Angle, for joining us at the broadcast table. We obviously know that this night was a big night for all wrestlers everywhere, from the amateurs to the pros to the Greco guys to the freestyle, folk style. This was a night that we've all been dreaming of, and we're so proud that Izzy has brought it to America, and we have our own thing, Real American Freestyle.
Yeah, by the way,
we can all be proud of. Yes.
Kurt, it turns out you're a really nice guy. This was fun working with. Will we see you again? I didn't know what to expect. You didn't have to be nice. You're the Olympic champion. We would have bowed down. It turns out you're a good dude.
You know what? I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know.
I whipped Tito Ortiz's ass, right? Right. I don't have to be worried about that.
I got you. I'm throwing $100 down.
I think so.
I'm picking you.
Yes.
What a wonderful night here in Cleveland for Real American Freestyle 1 in Wolfstein Center.
I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some.